attempted by the Tritons. That was a gap schedule. We usually go over to the Unidome to play that. But no, last year, Byron Jared and the boys in blue got the start at Fort Dodge, Iowa, as they got the victory there against the next military state. And then they went on to end the season against OSA Miami
in Upper Iowa's field. It's going to be a great season so far. Each team is undefeated. The Tritons 3-0 as Iowa Western 2-0. Let's see what they will do today.
That's the exciting game for the Tritons today. As you said, they put a Reavers twice, so especially
all right, let's do it, baby. The Tritons, they're going to start off with the ball. So get ready. So we're getting ready to go for the kickoff. Now, a huge factor was the quarterback, and Nate leading the team in rushing yards and throwing yards. He was injured in the first week of play, but he's been in and out of the starting lineup. Let's see if he gets to start today for Iowa Western. We're going to... Oh, he's got wheels. We've seen him taking it to the house last season.
Right on cue, Hank. There he is.
Anik McKenzie, let's see what you got, man. He's moving up the field past the 20. Number 14, he's going to get to the 25 as he will be shoved out of bounds. It will be a 1st and 10 for your Iowa Central Tritons on the 28-yard line. Yeah, the Tritons are going to be working right to left on your video screen here with 14 minutes and 53 seconds to go in quarter number 1. On the 28. Let's see what Byron, Jared, and the boys can come out and do here. Big factor today as well. Dalen Body, he's going to get the start today. We're going to look at an empty backfield. Jordan Cum is in the slot. We'll have trips out to the right, and we will have Desmond Washington on the weak side. Going to be a quarterback keeper for Byron Jared. He's going to rush forward, put his shoulder down for a gain of about 6 yards. Here comes a 2nd and 4 now. Ball will be placed on the Triton 32-yard line.
Early.
I like it. You know, Byron Garrett is also a quarterback that can do it all, and he's built like a tight end out there. Some may even say sumo wrestling. 6'4", 250 pounds. He's a big boy running straight ahead at you.
Absolutely,
same formation, empty back set, trips out to the right, intended pass to Desmond Washington.
That'll be tipped by the Reavers right there.
Nice deflection that time. Here comes a 3rd and 5, ball placed on the 32-yard line on the Triton side. 14 minutes, 23 seconds to go here in Fort Dodge, Iowa, in Dodger Stadium.
As I mentioned earlier, Hank, it's all about making the plays on 3rd down for both teams, defensively and offensively. So let's see if the Tritons can start off early and make a 3rd down conversion.
Dalen Bodie checking into his first play of the game so far in the shotgun. Doubles on each side. Back to pass. He's rolling out to the right. Byron Jarrett to fire to Jordan Cum. Jordan Cum, he's very shifty. Reminds me a lot like Julian Edelman, who recently retired with the New England Patriots. Let's see if it was enough for a 1st down.
And I see the chains moving there, Hank, so that's going to be a first down completion for Byron Jarrett today.
1st down, Iowa Central Tritons, as they will be on the Triton 39-yard line with 14 minutes and 5 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Once again, welcome. If you're just tuning in, you are listening to Hank Ambrose and John Gettner from Triton Nation. Here we go. Trips out to the weak side. We have Byron Jarrett. Here goes a handoff for Bodie. Bodie's going to work up the gun. He's going to be stopped near the line of scrimmage. Gain of maybe 2. Yes, it'll be a 2nd down and 8 officially. But there we go. The Tritons now on their own 40-yard line.
And definitely a battle in the trenches with both solid offensive line and defensive line for the Tritons and the Reavers today. So that's going to be an interesting matchup.
This is the biggest game in the NJCAA today. Welcome if you're just tuning into the broadcast. 13 and a half minutes to go here. Going to be a play-action pass. Doubles on each side. Out to Jordan Cum. Oh, he nearly held on for the reception, but he will drop it. Great picked up by Kyrie Williams. Redshirt freshman from Akron, Ohio. Makes the play of the day so far for Iowa Western, stopping a gain of about 15 yards. Here comes the 3rd and 8, as we will have 13 minutes and 22 seconds to go in quarter number 1.
Williams was a little late to the ball, but as soon as Cum to get his hands on it, Williams was right on him and had a nice little deflection there.
Got a big swat by Iowa Western. Here we go, Bodie in motion. Byron Jarrett going to get a man on a false start. It's going to be number 54 for Iowa Western. The defensive tackle, some may even say that he's the nose tackle. Number 54, Xander Gray. Out of Omaha, Nebraska, 285, 6'1". You can't do that. We hear the band playing the jams. over there saying you cannot do that. The Tritons will receive a 5-yard penalty, 5 yards closer to get yet another Triton first down. Here comes a 3rd down and 3 on the Triton 45-yard line.
And I'm sure the Iowa Western defensive coordinator really hated that decision right there by jumping outside.
Yeah, now you're so much closer, and you got 2 dominant rushers back there between your quarterback and running back. You can take it for a handoff. Let's see what they'll do here. Send another man in motion. Trips out to the weak side. Back to pass is Byron again. He's going out to the right. He's looking. He will throw, and it will be a completion to Jordan Cobb.
I don't know if they got the first down there, Hank.
It's going to be close. Now Brownie over the intercom, over the PA system, says it's going to be a 4th down and short. So they will send out the punt unit by Al Coney, who's starting at cornerback number 2 today on the weak side, is actually our punter. And he's probably going to be the most athletic punter in all the NJCAA.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he was the defensive player of the game in the Graphic Edge Bowl last season, coming away with a fumble recovery, an interception, and a pick 6.
Jace Whitner on the long snap. Nice little ball there by Coney, Hank.
Yeah, it went back deep into the woods, and it will be fielded down by number 11, Caden Wetjen. And Wetjen, we've seen him play last season, and he got himself 2 receiving touchdowns last season against Iowa Central overall. 1 at home and 1 away. So here comes the Iowa Central defense here with 13 minutes and 8 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Iowa Western will be marked up. Let's see here. It looks like at about their 25-yard line. I'll say the 24. 13:08. You're tuned into Hank Ambrose and John Gepner. In the shotgun now. Power formation. A man will be in motion. Here goes a handoff inside. Going to have to be shifty to work his way to the outside, but we have the tackler, the defensive end for the Iowa Central Tritons. The big man getting it done, getting the first tackle for the Tritons, gain of about 3. Here comes a 2nd and 6 now. Ball will be marked at the 28-yard line. Nate Glantz is in at quarterback. Here we go. Here comes another handoff. It's going to go to 21 this time. Milton Sargba. Going to be a handoff. It's going to be close to a first down.
And a lot of Tritons are coming in hot to grab the running back for the Reavers and get him down.
Yep, Tristan Waugh getting in on both tackles so far today, and we need a big game from him. He's the only returning defensive lineman that started last season for the Tritons. He's going to need a big game today. Some other guys to look out for. Weideman and Bryant Barrier are 2 starting linebackers who can cover and they can blow the brakes off you. Here comes a 3rd down and short, a 3rd down and 5. Shotgun formation.
Look for the pass here, Hank.
Yep, we got doubles on the weak side. Here we go, Glantz. A lot of time he will throw to his tight end. It'll be a completion and a gain of about 5 yards after. He's getting the yak up, baby. It'll be the first down of the day for the Iowa Western Reavers.
Yep, a quick, little easy drop back, and Glantz found a wide open receiver in the middle of the field. And they're going to go hurry up offense here.
As they do love their hurry up. Jackson Filer was in for the completion. Glantz now going to send it out to his slot receiver off of the hurry up offense. It's going to be a gain of about 6 as they cross the 50-yard line. They're getting in Triton territory now.
Number 3, Ryan Flornay from Hazelcrest, Illinois, also went to Homer Flossmoor. Played him in high school, and a very shifty player right there.
11 minutes and a half remain in quarter number 1, and a great pass breakup that time, incomplete pass. We will see a 3rd and very short, a 3rd and 3 officially on the Triton. Let's see here. Looks like the Triton 48-yard line.
Deontay Nelson thought he almost had an interception opportunity there, but just a little out of his reach there.
Yeah, I see him. He held down that Y button. He wanted the ball high.
Yep.
A little bit of Madden terms, video game stat numbers today, hopefully, for the Tritons. Doubles on the left side. Shotgun formation for Glantz. 11 minutes, 22 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Quarterback keeper Glantz. He's got wheels. He's working forward, but Bryant Barrier is there to make the stop before the line of scrimmage. It'll be a 4th down and 1. Wow, Bryant Barrier, send him to the turf.
Huge play. Also coming in for the Tritons, Wesley Basil was making a little impact on that play too. Big fourth down and 4th and 1 right here for the Reavers.
Yep, 4th and 1. We will see a pistol formation.
And the crowd's definitely getting louder, Hank.
It'll be a handoff. Going up the gut, trucking his way forward, and it will be a 1st down for Iowa Western. 2 first downs this drive along with Iowa Central, but they are still moving forward. Send the chain gang more off to the right.
And even better for the Reavers, they're leaving the defense on the sideline. They have a good break and a long drive picking up for the Reavers right here. So the Tritons need to get the Reavers off the field quick.
Yeah, they are just building more and more confidence for this Reaver squad. We got doubles out to the weak side. Shotgun formation. 10.5 minutes to go in quarter number 1. Oh, picked off.
It might have been picked off.
Yes, sir. Interception. That's Major Williams. Let's go. Major Williams, my boy, getting in there and getting the interception. That's big time.
From the Reaver drop ball by number 2. Michael Love, and Major Williams coming up with a big-time play for the Tritons. So right on cue, so I did just tell you, Hank, the Tritons need to get off the field. Major Williams said, I heard you, JG. I'm going to get you off the field.
Major Williams gets himself an interception to stop the ball from moving for the Iowa Western Reavers. Let's go, take it over now at the Triton 40-yard line with 10 minutes and 22 seconds to go here. The Tritons will take the field by storm, and that's got to give your team confidence, JG.
Absolutely, Hank.
Here we go now, shotgun formation. We got Bodie moving in motion. Byron back to pass. He's going to have to move out, roll out to the right. Going to be a quarterback keeper. He's rolling and he's roaming. He jumps and hurdles a man even. Wow. Not a lot of big guys like him are that active or that athletic, I should say.
A lot of pressure coming in from the Reavers, so Byron might have to use his wheels a lot today in the pass, Hank.
I'm still so ecstatic by Major Williams getting that interception going against Nate Glantz, who's one of the biggest rivals. I mean, this is total Batman versus Superman territory. Here we go. Play action pass, going to go out. Hilsenbrock, he's working his way forward. He caught his first touchdown reception as a Triton just a game ago, and he will pick up our first down now for the Iowa Central Tritons.
A nice little play call there, Hank, to fake with the run and then a little swing pass out to the left, and that'll be a first down for the Tritons.
The Tritons have done a great job establishing an RPO system. Now we will see an empty back set. Trips out to the strong side.
Let's look out here.
It's going to be a rollout to the left. He will fire long, and it'll go incomplete pass. Here comes a 2nd and 10. The ball is marked on the 50-yard line. 9 minutes, 32 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. If you're just joining us, welcome to Triton Nation. You're tuned in to Hank Ambrose and John Gepner providing the play-by-play commentary. If you missed us so far, Major Williams got himself a big-time interception to stop the Iowa Western Reavers from moving the ball down the field into Iowa Central territory. Shotgun formation, quarterback keeper, RPO. Jordan Cum, intended receiver. It's going to be a little too high for him. Had himself a little out route, but a guy was there to intimidate him.
Yeah, just a little air pass there by Byron Jarrett. The pressure came in, and he's got to react a little bit to the pressure a little bit better and to give Cum a chance to come down with that ball.
Dennis Fisher was there on the coverage to complete the breakup. We'll see trips out to the strong side. Byron Jarrett stands alone. Tried to jump him off sides. We've gotten one false start to go against Iowa Western so far. I like the game plan. Going to have to audible call a play here. Byron Jarrett back to pass. Trips out to the strong side. Doubles on the left. Here we go over the middle. It's Desmond Washington. The big receiver will pick up the first down and much, much more. Yickety yak. Don't come back and keep rolling with it.
And the big, tall Florida native right up in the middle field, and he comes down with a smooth hands there by Desmond Washington. You know he's a playmaker, Hank, and that's big-time play there.
He's tied for second in the NJCAA in receiving touchdowns, and he wants to add to his tally today. Here goes a handoff to Bodie. He's going to be stopped in the backfield. He's going to have to shift his way forward. He maybe got back to the line of scrimmage as Iowa Central is working on the Reaver near 30-yard line. It'll be a 2nd down and 9. 2nd down and 9 with 8 minutes and 50 seconds to go here in the first quarter. This game is already moving by so quickly, John.
Absolutely.
Halfway through the first quarter.
Definitely rolling quick.
Here we go. We see a gun formation. It's going to be play action. Byron Jarrett looking over the middle of the field. Jordan Cum. Spin move, working his way forward. He was double covered, but it doesn't matter. Jordan Cum laying down the hammer. They will be inside the 5-yard line.
It looks like it's at the 2 or 3 yard line, Hank, so the Tritons are right there, almost punching in
And they take no time to hurry up. They want that hurry up offense, but they're going to have to sub some offensive linemen in for their heavy package. In for their backs, Byron Jarrett is in with Dalen Body.
And the Reavers are going to stack the box here.
Byron Jarrett going to keep it for himself. Moving forward. Are they going to stop him? No. He's a big man, and that's going to take a lot of muscle to stop him at the line of scrimmage. Props to Iowa Western's defensive line for getting there on time.
Absolutely. I thought Jarrett had daylight if he maybe took it to the outside there, Hank, but he chose to take it up the middle and wait until the Reaver defense.
They're going to go again. 2nd and goal inside the 5-yard line for the Tritons. Oh, we're going to have a shift. A little trickery play here. Moving from right to left. Will be heavy on the left side. Shotgun formation. Here we go.
Option.
Yep, pitch to Dalen Bodie, and he will lose 3 yards. Here comes a 3rd and goal. Ball will be marked at the 6.
And a huge play by the Reavers defensive back there. It was a one-on-one tackle, touchdown opportunity, and the Reavers defensive back comes out with a big-time play right there, Hank.
Yeah, they sniffed that one out pretty easy. And you know what? Something that seems to come often for football teams is you got to score early if you make it down in the red zone.
Absolutely.
You can't settle for a field goal here. I want to see the Tritons punch it in for 6. Otherwise, it could go and bite them in the butt later on in this matchup. We're just under 7 minutes to go here. The clock is still running down. 3rd and goal. So we're near the 5-yard line. Trips out to the strong side.
Madison Ridgeway in for the Tritons out left, number 8.
Jordan Cum was in at tailback, and he's going to use the first Triton timeout on the day. 6 minutes, 45 seconds remaining in the first quarter. 0-0 is the score of your football game. And Byron Jarrett has been very impressive so far. He's failed on 1 3rd down conversion, but I've been very impressive with him being able to use his wheels, use his legs, move the ball forward. Haven't seen a lot else. He's distributed the ball now to Desmond Washington and Jordan Cum, which you love to see that. You don't want just one receiver to do all the work so far today.
Absolutely, and the Tritons have weapons across the whole board. Tight end earlier made a play.
Yep, that was Hilsenbrock that got it. As he got his first receiving touchdown in a Triton uniform last week as they took on Gordon Fine Arts and smoked them, 84-6.
So yeah, Jared definitely delivering the ball to a lot of other players on the Tritons today. So that's good to see you get everybody involved and just so you're not predictable.
Byron Jarrett, dynamic football player, leading the team in rush yards and rushing attempts despite being the quarterback. You don't see that too often at this level of play.
Now, Hank, right here, this 3rd down, a lot of momentum is riding right here on whether the Tritons come up with this, because if the Reavers get out of this with a field goal, they're definitely going to feel good about themselves after an interception.
Pinned it right on the head, JG. Going to be trips on the strong side. Jordan Cum will motion out in the slot. To the left. Empty backfield for Byron Jarrett. Byron Jarrett back to pass. He will fire. Jordan Cum. Oh, Jordan Cum is just not long enough or quick enough to get there in time. And that says a lot because he's one of the fastest on the team, possibly behind just Anik McKenzie. So a little too strong throw for Byron Jarrett. We will send out the field goal unit with Colin Swigman, the 2nd-year player for the Tritons. Let's see if we fake it, because we have been known to do a little bit of trickery, especially against big-time in-state rivals between Iowa Western and others.
I'd like to see that, Hank, but Swigman has a great boot on him, so the Tritons might just take the 3 here.
The kick is up, and it will go right into the upright. 3-0, the Tritons will take the lead off of a 6-play drive that lasted over 4 minutes. Colin Swigman punched it in on the board for the Tritons to score first in this one.
Big plays by the Reaver defense right there. That is huge, and if the Tritons would have scored there, I know this place would have been rocking. Early lead, 7-0 against the number 4 team in the country, Hank. Come on.
I got to say this, though. You know, going down and getting stopped inside the red zone that early is kind of tough being a Triton fan, because now they know what you like to do inside the 5-yard line, and they can propel that the rest of the way forward here today. And you want to come out with the victory, not just because you're going for the standings, wanting to be a top 4 playoff contending team, but also because they're in-state rivals. We got to take it to them today, JG. We want a big-time victory against these guys. We'll play them twice this season. Ugh.
Absolutely. Some of these guys played each other in high school. They know each other. They've been talking trash all week. So there's definitely a big-time revenge game. And the Tritons losing twice last week, I know that hurts. And I know they've been thinking about this all season. Oh, when we play Iowa Western, when's that? So here it is. Today's the day. So
And this will set the tone heading into the second game of the season, which is going into week 8, I believe. Here comes the kickoff. 6 minutes, 39 seconds remaining in the first quarter board. Swigman back deep into the woods. The return man will be number 23, Wyatt Romer, as he will roam his way forward, gonna put his shoulder down, truck a Triton, and get to the 31-yard line on the Iowa Western side, as they'll take over with 6 minutes and 33 seconds to go in quarter number 1.
Very solid return there. Nice little juke inside, and definitely hit the hole. Nice little return there by the Reavers.
Nate Glantz going to come out again. We haven't seen too much injury affecting him. I haven't noticed a limp so far, as he was injured earlier in the season, as he was a huge threat going against the Tritons earlier.
And I know he's thinking a little bit harder after he threw that interception, so he's definitely going to be thinking about that last interception on this drive.
Glantz, he will hand off.
Triton's defense swarming in on that run, Hank.
Milton Sagwa got the carry, and it'll be a carry of just 1 yard. Here comes a 2nd and 9 now. Ball will be placed on the 32-yard line on the Iowa Western side.
As a defensive coordinator, you love to see when multiple hats get to the ball. That's huge.
Iowa Western still has all 3 timeouts. The Tritons have just 2, as they burned one inside the 5-yard line. Look at this formation now. We have yet to see this. Nate Glantz, empty backfield, trips out to the weak side.
Yep.
Gonna have to spread our guys out. Looking to the right. He will step up in the pocket. Here comes jump on it. Major Williams.
Someone might have it. The Tritons might have it.
Oh my goodness. Tristan Waugh put his hammer down and got the ball loose. Let's see who jumped on it.
A scrum for it.
And that's rugby terms for yourself, John.
Absolutely.
John's a rugby player here at Iowa Central, helping us with the play-by-play today.
That's got to be the Tritons ball there, Hank. No way about it. I don't know who made that play on Nate Glantz, the quarterback, but a strip sack there, Hank. That was huge.
Major Williams had jumped on it, but I don't know if he'll come away with it. The Tritons are clapping, so I believe they're not going to get it. So they kind of hit themselves in the hand. Not really a clap, but out of frustration, I should add. So Major Williams, Bryant Barrier.
And the Reavers just caught a huge break right there, Hank.
And Dakari Randall was also there. He was the first to show emotion. It will be a 1st and 10 after the ball bounced forward. You hate to see that. Man in motion, it's their tight end. Shotgun formation. We got singles on each side. It's going to go a handoff. Let's see if he can work his way forward here. He'll attempt to. It's Moses Bryant. He will be stopped after a gain of about 2, maybe 1. So far, the chain actually hasn't moved, so they may even bring him back farther.
And the Tritons' defensive line, their defensive front has been playing huge so far on that run defense so far, Hank.
I got to be honest, I was a little worried about that today, as we struggled at our defensive line unit last season going against Iowa Western, and we only have 1 remaining starter heading into this season, but Blake Whaley got there in time and put him straight into the turf. Pistol formation. Doubles on the left. That's the weak side. It will go shotgun. Here comes a handoff now. He'll keep it for himself, running forward. Wow.
Everybody coming in, Hank.
Swarming him, Bryant Barrier. He's got his hair flowing, and he's got the Tritons going.
Him and CJ Christian coming in hot in the gap.
CJ Christian leading the team in tackles heading into this game. We're going to see a lot of tackles for him on the day.
Absolutely. He needs to be big.
Here comes a 3rd down and 10. Shotgun formation. We will have trips out to the weak side.
Big play here.
Huge play. Last time on a 3rd down and about 6, we saw Major Williams get himself an interception on a tipped pass. Here we go. They're going to fire a fade route. Oh, way to haul it in. It's Ryan Flournoy, the 6'2" freshman for Iowa Western. The flag is down. Deonta Nelson is looking at it. Let's see what happens here. Call on the field is not present. The refs are talking it over. 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Iowa Western thinks it's going to be good for them.
And
pass interference against Deontay Nelson. It will be declined. It'll be a gain of about 20.
A nice little catch there.
Iowa Western, for the second time today, are going to be working in Iowa Central territory. Ball going to be placed on the Triton. 38, 4 minutes exactly remaining, and the clock is still running in the first quarter. Shotgun formation, trips on the weak side. Here we go. It's going to be a swing pass now. They're going to break away out. He's going to roam forward. Going to be close to a first down. Pickup of at least 9. Caden Wetjen for his second completion of the day.
Reavers getting some speed and space. They're going. That mentality on the swing pass. Triton's got to lock in on defense right here.
3.5 minutes to go. 2nd and 2. Ball placed on the 30-yard line on the Triton side. They're working left to right on your video screen. If you just joined us, welcome. Shotgun formation. Going to go back to Wetjen. He wants a first down. He's going to stay on his feet. He's going to work his way outside to the left. He's got a wide open field in front of him. A tackle now by Major Williams. He'll throw him out of bounds.
The safety for the Triton, CJ Christian, coming in hot. Just couldn't complete the tackle there, and the Reaver player is going to run to the other side of the field and make a big-time play.
It's all about that form tackle.
Yep.
Exactly what you said. He got there in time.
Yep.
He brought the heat, but he just couldn't hold on.
Yep.
Going against Wetjen. Wetjen, he's got a lot of speed to him, but don't hold him accountable for his strength as well. Shotgun formation. Trips out to the strong side this time rather than the weak. 2 minutes, 50 seconds to go, and they'll send a man in motion. It's their back, Moses Bryant.
Watch out for the fade right here in the right corner, Hank.
Big-time receiver, Brian Flournoy. He will look right. He will have to roll and dump it out. It'll be an incomplete pass. CJ Christian on the coverage. Incomplete pass once again. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first quarter. You're tuned into Hank Ambrose and John Gepner of Triton Nation. I'd like to thank you for tuning in to the highest rated NJCAA game of the week. Nate Lance back there with his tailback. Moses Bryant. Send a man in motion. He will trip. Here comes a screen. Gonna send it out to him. Michael Love will dance in the end zone.
And that'll be a touchdown for the Reavers. There, Hank. Michael Love from LaGrange Park, Illinois, Nazareth Academy.
Yep, Michael Love. He's gonna score an 18-yard receiving touchdown off of a screen. Who's actually listed as a receiver. He was in at tailback there. Got himself a little dump off screen. The Reavers to strike second, and they will take the lead 6-3. Here comes the PAT.
And I would say coasted into the end zone.
7-play drive, 6.5 minutes is what we started at. We got 2.5 minutes left on the first quarter board. That took exactly 4 minutes off. PAT is good. 7-3 is your score as Iowa Western will storm off the field. Let's see if Iowa Central can answer.
And what a turn of events, though, because the Tritons with a strip sack, but the Reavers fortunately get to come up with that play there, Hank.
Let me hold you right there, John, as we will have a replay as we will look back on the touchdown. So here it comes in. As you can see right there, he just got open space. Michael Love, brother of Julian Love, who's a defensive back at Notre Dame. You shared that with me pre-game.
Yep. Big-time football family coming out of Illinois.
They're from Nazareth, Illinois.
Yep, usually a top power in Illinois high school football. If you guys don't know by now, I'm from Illinois, so.
Illinois, yeah, that's your alma mater.
Yep.
Webster City, Iowa is mine, just 20 miles away from here, so I've known about this rivalry a long time.
And I just found out a year and a half ago, but I could feel the atmosphere in this building, Hank. I love it, and it's just great to have football back, fans back, band. It's like the world coming back better and better.
Well, the stands are packed in blue. Triton blue, I should say. Light blue versus dark blue today. Here comes the kickoff.
Let's see if they're going to McKenzie again. They're going to go to Major Williams this time.
Major Williams, he'll take it back. He'll field it at about the 10. He'll work his way forward to the 26, where he'll be brought down by number 35 on the Iowa Western side.
But yeah, as I was saying, Hank, tough break there for the Tritons as we forced the fumble, but we weren't able to come up down with it, and then the Reavers punch one in for 6 and complete the kick. So
Deontrell Womack was in for the tackle on the kick return, go against the Tritons. The Tritons, they'll come out. As right now I see doubles, and we'll have a 2-back set in the shotgun formation.
About 2 minutes and 27 seconds left in this first quarter.
Ball on the Triton 26. They'll be working right to left on your video screen. Here goes a handoff to the backup running back. Right there, that was number 22, actually. Yep. That was Le'Veon Bellamy, who is 3rd in rushing yards for the Tritons. It's going to be a gain of just 1. 2nd and 9 now. Ball marked on the 27-yard line on the Triton side.
Bodie back in the game now.
Yep. We'll see doubles. Few new faces. Jalen Wills will check into the ball game for the first time today. Wide receiver 2 for the Tritons. Send a man in motion. It's Hilsenbrock. Here we go. Oh, awful. Oh, kind of bad snap here, but Byron will keep it for himself. He will run to the right. Flag in the backfield. Possible hold.
Some dirty laundry on the field.
Yes, sir. 1:44 seconds to go in the first quarter.
And they might catch the Tritons on for a hold on this play, Hank.
I think it's going to be a hold. It was in the backfield. I about said an awful snap. It wasn't awful. Byron Jarrett, luckily, he's lengthy enough to go up and grab it. Yep. Holding on the offense. That's Reggie Young. Reggie Young starting at guard today for the Iowa Central Tritons on the right side. As Iowa Western side says you can't do that. Giving us a little bit of our own action as we started the game saying that. As we had a false start going against them. 1:43 seconds to go here for the Iowa Central Tritons. 7-3 is your score. Iowa Western is on top. 1:35 in the shotgun. Send Bodie in motion. Here we go. It's going to be a screen.
And just a little wide right there. Try to throw it to number 14, Anik McKenzie.
And he's got speed, so if you can get him the ball, then
absolutely,
he's going open pastures.
Definitely a big-time playmaker.
It'll be a third and very long. A 3rd and 19 officially. Ball's going to be placed on the 17-yard line on the Triton side. 1.5 remaining in the first quarter.
Big third down here. Long third down here, Hank. 3rd and 19.
Trips on the strong side. Empty backfield. This has been our most successful formation on the day. Trying to draw a man. Offsides. Back to pass. Rolling out to the left. He will fire for Willis. It'll be swatted down. Incomplete pass. Here comes a 4th down and 19. The Tritons are going to elect to punt the ball.
Number 50 on the Reavers, Quintrell Travis, with a little deflection on Byron Jarrett's pass right there, Hank, and big third down play for the Reavers defense.
Yep, it just takes one hand to get there to swat it down, but earlier we thought that happened against them, but we got that interception off of a swatted pass.
And now we're going to have a tough punt here coming in for Bayer Coney, as he's way back there in the Triton's own end zone.
Yep. Ball placed on the 17. Coney will get it. His second punt of the day is up. It's going to be near the 50-yard line, but no, it's going to be stopped just short. It looks like Iowa Western will take over near the 40, maybe 35-yard line on the Triton side. Haven't got official call. We will let you know once we get it. So a 3rd and out for the Iowa Central Tritons that resulted in a punt. It took just 1.5 minutes off the board. 1:17 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. That's when the Iowa Western Reavers will take right over. Officially, the ball will be marked on the 37-yard line on the Triton side. So, you know, we've seen this so far. Iowa Western has been starting in a much better field position rather than the Triton so far. Pistol formation. We're looking at doubles to the weak side. It's worked for him. Motion a man in the shotgun. We've seen that happen a few times even. Here we go. Here goes a little out route. It's going to be missed. Pass intended to Michael Love, who just recently scored the touchdown for Iowa Western. Incomplete pass, took just 3 seconds off the board. 1:14 remains here in quarter number 1 in Fort Dodge, Iowa.
And that's a good start there for the Triton defense. This is a big-time stop. Hopefully the Tritons can stop them here.
Shotgun formation, doubles on the left. He will throw by Lau Coney. Extended his arm and even dove at him, but just going to get away from him. Here comes a 3rd down and 10. Great situation for the Tritons. 2 incomplete passes so far.
Coney almost coming up with a huge play there for the Tritons.
You can hear Brownie on the PA. He's loving it. The 3rd down and 10 for the Iowa Western Reavers. Whoa, look at that. We got 2 tight ends and trips over to the left. That's the weak side.
Yep.
Big body receiver as well for Iowa Western. It's
Iowa Western might go back to that screen.
Yeah, the fade route has worked for him too. They will go to a post route for Flournoy. He will receive it, and he will work his way forward. Going to take 5 Tritons to take him down. He broke 2 Triton tackles. CJ Christian was there to finally haul him down. It'll be a gain of nearly 25 yards.
And that was a dime there by Glance there.
Oh! Jeez. Triton jumped way off sides here.
Nate Glenn's big time throw there on third down, Hank.
We had to get our refereeing positions before the snap.
Oh, that's unfortunate. That doesn't happen too much, but both teams love to hurry up offense, so we'll probably see a little more of this game. 56 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and the clock is still ticking.
And good thing they blew that whistle because the quarterback, Nate Glantz from Iowa Western, was about to get hit.
Yeah.
Clock running.
44, 43, and it's still moving. Doubles on the weak side. Trying to get the Tritons to jump off sides for a false start. Not going to get it. 35 seconds to go in quarter number 1. Snap. Here comes a deflection. A defensive end got there for the Iowa Central Tritons. They're saying it was Antonio Harris for the Tritons.
Chicago, Illinois native. Love to see that one.
32 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. We will see a second down and 10. So we just saw a 3rd and 10. Got a big-time completion over a post route that went to Flournoy. It's a huge, huge target. 6'3", 195 pounds. Heavy formation. We got 2 fullbacks in there. It'll be a handoff to the tailback. He will work his way forward for an Iowa Western touchdown. It will be a 10-yard rushing touchdown for number 21 on the Reavers side. Let's see who it is.
That'll be Lowen Sarbaugh.
Appreciate it there, John. Lowen Sarbaugh.
Short little frame, nice little in and out tough move, and stiff on his way for a Reaver touchdown.
Sarbaugh was due. He's gotten touchdowns inside the 25-yard line before. He finally got it to go here with a 10-yard rushing touchdown.
And there will be a ball. Block, the ball is live.
Block PAT. Cody's taking it back.
Oh,
Wow.
That almost got interesting. And if I'm seeing it right, the quarterback for Iowa Western tackled Bahul Coney, their number 18.
Wow, yeah. That'll be Glantz. And Bahul Coney, he's a huge player for this.
Absolutely.
He's very dynamic. He's punting the ball for us. He's gotten a lot of pick sixes to go his way. He can hit you very hard. And we're going to have a replay coming in now from that last touchdown rush that came in from Sarbaugh. Here it comes now. As you can see right there, he just broke one Triton tackler, carried him into the end zone to punch it in for 6 once again for Iowa Western. That'll bring the score up 13-3 with 25 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Just tuned in, welcome to Triton Nation. You are tuned in to Hank Ambrose and John Gebner providing the play-by-play commentary for the Iowa Central Tritons.
And I know it's early, Hank, but if it comes down to it, that block kick right there might be a big storyline at the end of the game. We're trying to make this one close.
Yeah, now all you need is a touchdown and a field goal. And before that, you would have needed to go for 2. It would have been an 11-point game. So I agree with you there. The Tritons, they got inside the 5-yard line. It's going to come back to bite it in the butt, I believe.
I hope the Reavers kick is going to be defensive because I love a nice little kick return, man. I love it.
Good kickoff.
Going to be short.
That's a nice airtime. Oh, this is called dead. What happened here?
Are they saying he's called a fair catch?
I think they did. A fair catch. Wow. Le'Veon Bellamy, who's not necessarily scared to get hit, he's very Triton tough. I am surprised he called the fair catch. That's why we were a bit confused up here in the booth.
I don't know if he did, Hank. I think he just was trying to block or put his hands up to catch the ball.
It was a bright, bright day out.
Yeah, bold call there by the referee.
We're going to see a high of about 88 today. Fort Dodge, Iowa. Got a nice breeze going. We are under a tent.
Definitely a beautiful day.
I don't want to get sunburned again. I got a little sunburn when we had Gordon Fine Arts come here. But regardless, let's get back to football. 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Byron Jarrett is in the shotgun with Body. Body is going to take it. It'll be a loss of 2 yards. 2nd and 12 as the defensive line for Iowa Western sniffed that one right out.
Absolutely.
And that's going to be a struggle today. Like you heard me say earlier, Max McCree's the only returning starter offensive lineman who starts at left tackle for the Iowa Central Tritons. The rest of the starters got away from us. And that will wind down the first quarter. The score, 13-3, Iowa Western Reavers are on top as they brought it to them. They didn't score first, but they have scored 13 unanswered, John.
Yep, Reavers responding. Really it all started, like I told you, Hank, from that goal line stop there, and the Reavers put 13 points up right after that.
Yeah, the Tritons are going to have to get it up early in the second quarter. They got to get the momentum back. I know we've seen them have success so far, but it takes one sack. And then you got to result in your passing offense. And the Tritons, they have a lot of playmakers, but they haven't had a lot of success keeping it downfield on a fade route or a fly route, if you will. It's been more on posts and little short dump-off screens, and those are easier to sniff out as the game goes along. Whereas Nate Lance and Iowa Western side, they can sit back in the pocket and throw it all day against you. So even the 3rd down and 10 is something that they kind of like. That's how they converted on their last 3rd down and 10 on a long 25-yard post route.
And heck, a team like Iowa Western never want to get too far behind because they're a great team. So the Tritons really need to come up with some points on this drive here, Hank.
Yeah, the Tritons, they're a much better rushing team. Nate Lance can rush the ball, that's for sure. We've seen that. He's a guy that I expect to see in Division I ball in his future as a quarterback. But the Tritons, they need to get ahead early, as they had the opening kickoff return as well, so they will not get the ball to start half number 2. But we are in quarter number 2. 15 minutes on the clock, 3-13, 2nd and 12, ball on the 24-yard line on the Triton side. They will work left to right now on your video screen. Got Hank Ambrose, John Gepner.
Nobody back here for the Reavers, so let's see what the Tritons can do.
Byron Jarrett got himself a quarterback keeper, but he'll be swarmed at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a gain of nothing. A 3rd down and 12, ball will stay on the 24-yard line. And here comes that pressure that we saw last season that just got to Byron Jarrett.
Yep, trying to do a little QB dive to the left, and Jarrett just getting hit by the Reavers defense early.
Tritons ranked number 8 coming in today. Iowa Western ranked number 4. They'll play twice this season. You need top 4 to make the NJCAA playoffs. Here we go. Byron Jarrett going to step up in the pocket. He will dump it off to Bodie. Bodie will break 1 tackle, but he'll be brought down by 2 more.
A little shovel pass there by the Byron Jarrett, so you don't see that all the time. So,
despite it going unsuccessful, bringing out a 2-yard gain, it will be a 4th and 10 on the 26-yard line. We'll see the punting unit come out. I like how we're implementing the RPO. Keeping Iowa Western on their toes. 13 minutes, 55 seconds to go here. The clock is still running here in the first quarter. Now we've seen back-to-back 3 and outs for the Tritons. You got to get it moving on offense.
Yep.
Simply, if you want to win the football game, you're down 10 already. We got to get our head into second gear. It is the second quarter. Let's go Tritons.
We need a big punt here.
Coney gonna get it up and get it back. Here we go. Major Williams is there. Doesn't have a good pursuit on him. He'll break a tackle and move forward. Going to be a gain of 15 after he hauled it in on the 35. And Iowa Western will take over near the 50-yard line.
That was Caden Wetchen again for the Reavers on the return duties.
He's been deadly.
Yep, nice little juke move there as soon as he caught that ball, Hank.
13:25 on the clock. Iowa Western going to start on the 50-yard line. They have dominated the time of possession and where they've started with the football. Twice now they've started past the 50-yard line. This is to add a 3rd time, I guess you could say, on the 50-yard line. 13:25 on the clock. We see doubles out to the weak side. Shotgun formation. Nate Lance looking over at his coach. Maybe has some confusion, I don't know. Here we go now. Here goes a play action. It'll be an out route. No, he will go wide open. Number 88. It's going to be a touchdown. 50-yard receiving touchdown for number 88 for the Iowa Western Reavers. It's Isaiah Toki. Roll out the red carpet, Toki, and get in for 6. 19-3. The Iowa Western Reavers will take it by storm.
And a defensive collapse there for the Tritons as number 88, Toki was wide open there for the Reavers, and that was an easier play Nate Lance going to throw offense.
Yeah, it was a little pump fake screen, and it went straight to a fade route for Toki. And if you saw the first home game where they took on Gordon Fine Arts, they led up a touchdown to start off in the first play in the second quarter as well as today. So now, in Dodger Stadium, on the opening play in the second quarter, they have given up 2 receiving touchdowns. One went for 67 yards, and this one will go for 50.
So the Tritons now down 23, back against the wall, huge time. This is where the playmakers need to come to play. Byron Joe, Tritons need to score this possession right here.
Let's not keep moving forward. We got a replay for it. Here comes the throwing touchdown off of the hands of Meg Lance. You see that little pump fake right there, and he went deep to a wide open Toki. Punching in the ticket for 6.
Beautiful concentration by the wide receiver for Iowa Western right there. Almost stepped out of bounds. Beautiful concentration right there.
As a broadcaster, it's easy to do a little drive recap, but it was just a one-play score. Took 7 seconds off the board, 13 minutes, 18 seconds to go here at quarter number 2 as we wait for the kickoff return for the Tritons.
Iowa Western band truly rocking right next to us.
Yeah. The kickoff. Noah Sovereign will kick it off, and he will send it down to Major Williams, who works his way forward. He will be triped up at about the 15-yard line on the Triton side.
Tough break there for Major Williams.
13 minutes, 14 seconds on the clock here, quarter number 2.
We'll see if the Tritons can answer the call here, Hank.
Last 2 drives, we've seen back-to-back 3 and outs. Lyle Coney has had to punt it. I'm going to list him down as the most athletic punter in all the NJCAA. If we move closer to about the 50, even in opponent territory, we can see some more fakes happen, John.
Absolutely, Hank. You got to get out of your own territory so you can open up the offense.
Shotgun, doubles on each side. Haven't seen this formation in quite some time. Here we go. It's going to be a little post crossing route over to Jordan Cum. Going to be a pickup of a near a first down.
Absolutely, and almost a near interception there by Iowa Western as the defensive back is flying right into Jordan Cum.
2nd and 8 official, or 2nd and 2. Innovate. Trip over my words here. 2nd and 2. We're close to the Triton 25. Here we go now. Byron Jarrett to hand off. No, it'll be a fake. It'll be now a swing pass out to Jordan Cum. He will do a spin move, work his way forward as he is pelted at the line of scrimmage. Let's see if he got enough for a first down, though. It was close. He might have worked his way forward. It was on the far side. They are moving the chains. It will be a Triton first down for the first time in 3 drives.
Sweet little footwork there by Jordan Cum. Big time play right there. That's exactly what the Tritons needed.
We'll see trips out to the strong side. LaVon Bellamy in the backfield as well with Byron Jarrett in the gun. 12:15 remaining in quarter number 2.
Yep.
Gonna snap it. Gonna step back to throw. He will out to number 12 for the Iowa Central Tritons. It's Jalen Harris getting his first reception on the day on his 2nd intended pass. It will be a first down and 10. Pickup of about 12.
That's good to see Jalen Harris, first time to catch the ball, makes a play, and that'll be another first down for the Tritons. So the Tritons are picking up a nice little possession here, Hank.
Well, he's going to be some of what the future of the Iowa Central Tritons. We've seen him go off in practice. He's going to be huge for the rest of the success and rest of today for the Tritons. Here goes a handoff now to Bellamy. Bellamy rumbling, bumbling forward for a gain of 6. Here goes a 2nd and 4 now.
And right there, Hank, that's what the Tritons need to keep doing. They need to just keep pushing the tempo and keep the Reavers on the field. They need to score here, Hank.
11 and a half minutes remaining in the first quarter. You're joined on Triton Nation with Hank Ambrose and John Gepner. Double back set, and they will hand off to Bodie. Bodie going to be stopped in the backfield. Wow. It's not good so far. Those outside runs have not fared too well against this Iowa Western defensive line. They know exactly what to do, containing the outside. Wow.
11 minutes left in the second quarter. 3rd down and 4. Big play coming up for the Tritons. Let's see what Coach Minneke and the boys are going to cook up here.
10:50 left on the clock. Shotgun formation. Bellamy's back there. Trying to jump a man off sides. He can't do it. He will step back to pass. Firing over the middle is Jordan Cum, and he will be blasted. Oh, and it hit a ref as well. Oh, goodness.
Jordan Cum asking for a flag there because I think he got hit a little before he even caught the ball, so I'm surprised there was no flag done. A lot of contact there, Hank.
Yeah, it could have easily been a defensive pass interference. He also ran right into a ref. I hope he's okay. Oh, geez.
That was a little...
You have to think if the ref should start wearing pads because he took a big shot.
Absolutely, because in football you got a referee standing right in the middle of the field, so he's always got to be looking out for that type of. You see it every once in a while in the highlights. It's funny and all, but you never want to see something like that.
No, you don't. You don't. And that's the head official as well. He's on his knee. He gets a little Gatorade into himself.
Okay.
Wow. We're going to stick with you right here to make sure he's okay and can get up. And I would say off the field, but I guess I'm not for sure if they sub him out for another referee, maybe just put him as a line judge for now. Let's see what they do here.
Yeah, I'm not too sure how that situation will work, man.
How these refs will handle it. We usually talk how the football teams will handle the situation.
The storyline, we did not prepare our notes for that.
Yeah. He is up to his own power, and he is moving. He gets an ovation from the Iowa Western and Iowa Central crowd.
So, hey, 4th down and 4. If I was a Tritons down 20-3 against a great team, I might risk it for the biscuit here.
Risk it for the biscuit? I love it. Risk it maybe with Coney. I see Coney wearing the number 24 going out there. He's got speed to him. I've been hyping up his pick 6 game all day long.
But maybe the Tritons are going to just try to pin him back deep, but maybe a little sweep out to the right here. Who knows?
Well, instead of having a back out there that will snap the ball, because you kind of see how they have 3 guys in between them out there.
Yeah.
Those guys are kind of known as the headhunters back there.
They got one of the best long snappers in the nation, Jace Whitner.
Jace Whitner, former rugby player at Iowa Central, converted to football. Let's see what the boys do here. On the 48-yard line for the Tritons. 10.5 minutes to go in quarter number 2. Snapped. It will be a punt. Pin him back deep into the woods. Let's see if Coney can do it. Yep. It'll go back. CJ Christian.
He'll take a Reaver down.
That's tough to see. So here we go now. That was a 6-play drive resulting in the 3rd punt in a row for the Iowa Central Tritons. Here come the Reavers. They'll take over near the 20-yard line.
And believe it or not, Caden Webjen faked me out in the stands by looking he was about to catch the ball, and the ball went 5 yards away from him. So nice little, smart little heads-up play there by him.
I'm going to correct myself here. It will start on the 15-yard line on the Reaver side. This is the worst field position they've been in so far. Let's see how they can convert. They would need 85 yards to score a touchdown. This is a big testament to see what this Triton defense will do moving forward. Major Williams is back there at safety. We can see him playing that lone man, the lone cowboy. Shotgun formation. We see doubles on the left. Here we go. It'll be a handoff now. It'll be a handoff for Moses Bryant. He will work towards the line of scrimmage. Gang tackle.
And originally he gained some solid yards there, running right up the middle, right up the heart of the defense.
Well, we see now that it won't be back-to-back one-play touchdowns for the Reavers.
Another hurry-up call here.
2nd and 7, getting to the line of scrimmage is Moses Bryant. Moved forward for about 2 extra yards here.
Now right here, Hank, this might be a play and a half. With about 9 minutes left to go, 3rd down, Tritons desperately need a stop here, Hank.
And a score. Score off turnovers. It's crucial here.
The Reavers are, watch out for that little swing pass that they like to do on these short down plays.
Looking at a pistol formation. Doubles on the left side. Swing pass. He called it right out. And Major Williams was there as he sniffed it out as well.
See, hey, the one thing I never want to be in my life is predictable. And right there, Iowa Western is very predictable.
Yeah. That was great, JG. Tell you what, you and Major Williams have some sort of connection telepathically. Get it right to him.
Hey. Who knows? Maybe there's headsets right into his ear. I don't know. Big time play right there by Major Williams.
Exactly. We don't know how Major Williams knew it, but we do know it's a 4th and 1 as we will line up to punt. The Tritons usually like to send 2 return men back there on the punt. Jordan Cum will stand back there alone. It will be a punt for the Reavers. They will get up after their first 3 and out on the game. Cum will get to the 50-yard line. He will be blasted out of bounds. Wow. The big man. That's a hit stick if you've ever seen one. Yep. Jaden Koger getting it down for Iowa Western. So Iowa Central, IC3 to take it over with 8 minutes and 37 seconds to go in half number 1. Officially, they'll be marked at the 45.
And that stop right there definitely going to bring some momentum to the defense. They're definitely going to feel good about themselves after getting the Reavers off the field right there.
Oh, it's huge. And we've seen 3 punts in a row now for this offense. Originally, we had 2 3 and outs in a row. That was recently stopped.
And for the Tritons, it wouldn't be too bad maybe to take a shot downfield, huh, Hank?
Yeah, we haven't seen him go long yet. The longest play we've seen so far was over towards Desmond Washington, which was a pickup of 25. Jordan Cum also had a nice little slant route that he picked up near 40 yards on. But over the air, haven't seen it a lot. Pump fake, going long. Here it comes to Madison Ridgeway. Oh, and it just goes off of his fingertips. 35 yards. Madison Ridgeway will drop it.
There's that shot I was talking about.
Perfect placement. Here comes a 2nd and 10 with 8.5 minutes. Welcome. We have the game of the week for the NJCAA. It's Iowa Central Tritons ranked number 8. Ranked number 4, Iowa Western Reavers, the in-state rivals. We're actually going to switch out the balls here.
Packed house. Epic packed house.
Yes, it is. Fans are playing loud here. Here goes quarterback keeper for Byron Garrett. Whoa, he's lunging forward. Superman type guy. Oh, he's close. We're looking at a game of almost 4, but after he won, it was a game of an extra.
Obviously, a quarterback from the bottom all the way.
Built like Byron Garrett, man, 6'4", 250. Get it done, big man.
Exactly.
Speaker building. Shotgun formation. Trips out to the weak side.
Desmond Washington.
I want to test it. He's got a height advantage. Maybe a quarterback keeper. Byron will call his own number. He will lunge forward once again. Will the second effort work for the first down? Let's see if they give it to him. Brownie says he got to the 46. They started on the 45. It's going to be very close. They should measure this.
Heads up play there by Byron, sticking the ball out. And they're going to say a first down for the Tritons, so there we go.
Iowa Central Triton first down, courtesy of Brownie up there in the PA booth. Trips out to the weak side. He's got doubles on the right. Will be a screen to Madison Ridgeway. He will yak forward for a back down.
They're making a man miss first down. That's a little run after touchdown for Ridgeway.
Back-to-back Triton first down. Madison Ridgeway. He's going to catch that one. Just dropped it.
Right now, the Tritons are making a chain out to win the money.
That's right. Don't feel work.
Yep.
Doubles on each side. We will see those are Brock in motion. Here we go now. There will be a handoff now to Bodie. Bodie working his way forward. Going to be a pickup of 3. Here comes a 2nd and 7. 6 minutes and 55 seconds to go here. Quarter number 2. On to the 34.
Can someone tell Rusty that my monitor just went black?
See what they got going here. The clock is still moving. Triton cheerleaders. Dangstein over there on that side. Triton's going to be loud here. Shotgun formation. You see Trips on the weak side. Jordan Cum lined up in the slot. Desmond Washington is a lone survivor as well. Here goes Bodie. He's going to be out. He'll be a dump off man to go on to Desmond Washington to the
I mean, my
zone.
camera's
Yes.
still
The game today, the Seekers hauled in a 45-yard receiving touchdown.
That isn't number 88 from the Vikings, Randy Moss. That is number 1 Desmond Washington for the Tritons. What a play there, Hank.
Desmond Washington, how do you do? Big time play, exactly when they needed it. 6 minutes, 22 seconds remaining. Here comes Colin Swigman for the PAT.
And the Reavers defensive back actually had that ball first, Hank, and Desmond Washington snatched it right from him. We need to see a replay. Everybody wants to see that replay. We need to see a replay right now.
Here we go. The replay. If you have a problem on the field, we'll discuss it after we get the replay over. Come in. Our boys are back on top, John. Let's go. They are rolling. Number 22, they're still discussing the flag. PAT is good.
And now the Tritons defense even feels better after that stop. You can put points on the board already. Let's get back out there and let's make another stop. Put points right back at them.
Well, you called it as if you were Tony Romo.
I know, that's what I'm feeling like that today. I don't know.
What was your breakfast game like? You eat something special for the Tritons get a victory today?
I was sponsored by the Triton concession stand. Had a little Snickers. And feeling good about myself.
Good, good. I'm feeling good, too. Representing football on a Sunday. My first broadcast experience on a Sunday.
Desmond Washington, wow. That's all I could say, Hank. Wow, what a play.
Wow, what a play. Standing in, 6'5", 205 pounds from Belle Glade, Florida. Yes.
Can we send that to Scott Van Pelt? Is that possible?
SVP in the booth. 6 minutes, 22 seconds remain here. Score is 10-20. The Tritons are down, but the momentum is up for the Tritons. Iowa Western Band is getting loud for Swigman's kick. Back deep into the woods. Get out of here. As that is headed for Humboldt, Iowa. Still bouncing all the way there. Goodbye. 10-20, Colin Swigman. Going to bruise up the ball there.
And exactly what I was saying, now the Tritons defense is definitely motivated. Look, okay, our offense is going to score it. We're going to get right back at it and make it another stop.
Here's some names that we're going to hear a lot of the rest of the today. Dakari Randall, Bryant Barrier. We've seen Bryant Barrier a little bit. Dakari Randall was maybe didn't get his money's worth out of a fumble recovery. I think he got on at first, but we're past that. We're in the future. We're in 6:22 left in the second quarter. Here goes a handoff, going to be a gain of about 2.
There it is, Hank. Getting the running back down quick. That's going to be key for the Tritons.
That was Bryant Barrier there on the tackle. Here comes the 2nd and 8.
There's that swing pass again. And he drops it. Number 21 on the Tritons is coming in hot, even though we dropped Jeremiah Powell.
And if Jeremiah Powell was any further back, that would have been considered a fumble because he would have thrown it backwards, technically. Heads up play for the Tritons. Here comes a 3rd and 8. Last time the Iowa Western was in a 3rd down conversion situation, they did not get it on a 3rd and short.
And now the crowd's getting hype, and the Reavers are feeling a little pressure here from the Tritons, Hank. Let's see what big Nate Glantz can do. 3rd down.
Doubles on the strong side. Shotgun formation for Iowa Western. 3rd and 8. 6 minutes, 5 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The refs will stop the play dead. The Tritons fans are getting loud. I think they're thinking it was an offsides or a false start. Play clock expiring. I didn't notice that. That's huge for the Tritons.
And Iowa Western coach is probably infuriated after that one.
It will be a 5-yard penalty, and Iowa Western will need to burn a timeout to talk it over. On a 3rd down and 13, the ball will be placed on the 23-yard line. On the Iowa Western side, they are moving right to left on your video screen. If you're just tuned in, it's the matchup of the week in the NJCAA. You are listening to Hank Ambrose and John Gepner from Triton Nation, providing the play-by-play commentary and much more for the Iowa Central Tritons.
And the Tritons are just about coming alive, so if you just tuned in, you just came at the right time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The ignition has started. The engine has been revved up in Dodger Stadium. Let's see what the Tritons can do on this big 3rd down and 13 stop. And actually, what happened was they elected to call a timeout before the play was called dead.
Gotcha.
So it will be a 3rd down and 8 officially, which is something you can do. You can choose to either burn a timeout or take the play clock all the way down to 0, resulting in a 5-yard penalty. 3rd down and 8 now.
With 6 minutes left, is no problem with calling a timeout there. That's a nice little, smart little play by Iowa Western right there.
Here we go, rolling out to the left. Nate Glantz, he will fire to a wide open number 2, Michael Love, brother of Julian Love. It'll go out of play, out of bounds, and a 4th down and 8. The Reavers going to have to punt again, back-to-back, 3 and outs for them.
Huge plays all over by the Triton defense. Huge stop off the field. Triton's getting the ball back. 5 minutes with 6 minutes left to go. Hank, look out. Iowa Western, Iowa Central is coming.
Absolutely, and what do you know, John? Look at this. Every time the Iowa Western has had to start on their own 25-yard line, it's resulted on a 3rd and 10.
Absolutely.
The other times, they have started on the Triton 40 and 50-yard line. Oh, my goodness. Bayal Coney just threw a man down into the turf.
And there's a flag on the field.
If he missed lunch, he just got a whole helping of turf right there. Holy smokes. A bit of an aggressive play. More than likely going to be an unnecessary roughness. The flag is on the ground here. They're talking it over.
But right as you were saying, Hank, when the Iowa Western is having a bad position, Iowa Central really, the defense has looked way better. But when we gave Iowa Western opportunities in midfield, they capitalized. So it's all about.
So if you didn't hear that on the comm, it will be called a holding. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty against the Tritons, which is a lot better than 15. Definitely could have been called a personal foul or unnecessary roughness against 23, but he'll get away with just a hold.
Yeah, absolutely big break for the Tritons, and I'm sure the coaches will talk to him about that. Can't have that.
And that's a starter at nickelback, Ahmad Glass, who got there, and he's an aggressive guy. You know, we're going to see that a little bit. And, you know, you don't necessarily want to lose yards, but you kind of want to get in Iowa Western's head. I like the mentality there. Bring it to him tough. Rivalry. Big in-state rivalry. Number 4 against number 8 today. The Tritons take over as they will be on the 30-yard line on the Triton side. Hilsenbrock in motion. We have shotgun formation. We have doubles on the weak side. He's looking for the weak side. He will fire for Anik McKenzie. Is that a grab?
I'm pretty sure he came down with that one, Hank.
Oh, John Gepner. How does he do it?
Anik McKenzie, like I said, from the jump, big-time playmaker, and he just snagged that one. Looking like Tyreek Hill out there.
Someone check his gloves for stick-up.
Yep.
Wow. 5:45 left in quarter number 2, and this has been the Triton quarter, besides the first play of this quarter, actually, where they let up a 50-yard bomb, but so far it's been all Tritons this quarter. Play action over the middle to Anik McKenzie. He will drop it this time. You can't catch them all, John.
And tough little throw there for Jared, trying to get a little sidearm action in there, trying to sneak it in there to Anik McKenzie.
Temperatures rising in Dodger Stadium. We started with a nice little breeze here, but it's getting a little more dry out.
And I'm sure the temperature's rising on the field for the players as well, as people probably talking a lot of trash, and big time game, and Tritons are feeling themselves, so I'm sure temperature's rising on the field as well.
2 backs in the backfield with Byron Jarrett, quarterback keeper. He's moving forward. Going to be a pickup of about 4 yards.
And get some moving and chains, boys.
He actually faked me out. It was a handoff for Bellamy. 1st down and 10. The Tritons getting it done on the field once again. We have 5:15 left in quarter number 2. The clock is still running here as they will take over on the 45-yard line on the Triton side. Working left to right on your video screen. Welcome. If you've just joined the broadcast, the score 10-2. Iowa Western is on top over the Tritons.
Washington alone on the outside.
Here we go.
Jared sees him.
Gonna have to fire long. He will. No one is there. It will be an incomplete pass. Now, he tried to hit a wheel route for Wiedemann. Couldn't get it. 4 minutes, 51 seconds. Clock will be stopped here in the second quarter.
And I like the idea there, Hank. It's just a little too early on the pass there for Byron.
Yeah, I think Montalto and his men had the right idea, like you said. Miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver.
Absolutely. Because you got playmakers all over the field for the Tritons. Playmakers. And I mean that when I say that.
Doubles on each side. Extra man blocking. Quarterback keeper Byron Jarrett. BJ will move forward for a gain of at least 5. Crossing the 50-yard line, it'll be a gain of 6. They will be on Iowa Western's 49.
Big pickup there for the Tritons just to make this third down a little more manageable.
Byron the Bus putting his shoulder down, trucking. 4 minutes, 25 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. I see Byron Jarrett, I see Dalen Body, and I also see Levon Bellamy in the backfield. Jordan Cum in the slot. Doubles on each side. Lots of playmakers on the field. More playmakers than offensive linemen. Man in motion, it's Bellamy. Here we go. Here comes a play action to Jordan Cum. Great route. Great reception. Great first down for the Iowa Central Tritons. The third first down for the Tritons in this drive. They started with 5:55 on the clock. Now we just got under 4 minutes to go here in quarter number 2, and they are moving the rock.
Yep, Jordan Cum, nice little hard little step inside, and Jarrett finds him right as the cut. So
wow,
big play.
Desmond Washington, Levon Bellamy now on the strong side. We have trips to the weak side. Empty backfield for Byron. He will go back to pass. He will fire for Ridgeway. Ridgeway doing his best impersonation of the Roadrunner, running forward for another Triton first down. Move the chains, right? Oh, yeah.
Might be second and short.
No, that's way than enough needed. Move the chains, fellas.
There we go.
Thank you, Brownie, for the correction. Byron Jarrett, empty backfield once again. He will throw to the right. It's Desmond Washington, the man. He's using one hand to hold on to the football. He's got speed. He's got height. What else can he not do today for the Iowa Central Tritons? Gain of 15 inside the Iowa Western red zone.
And that's 3 first downs in a row there, Hank.
Wow. The 5th of this drive.
3 minutes left in his first half.
If you're just tuned in, welcome. You're listening to Hank Ambrose and John Gepner providing the play-by-play commentary for Triton Nation.
And the Triton offense is definitely feeling good right now, and they are rolling, Hank.
Rolling with the rock. We're looking at Dalen Bodie in the backfield. Shotgun formation, trips. Here we go. Wiedemann now will be in motion. Back to pass. He's looking long. He's looking to the end zone. Oh, just over the head of Desmond Washington.
Just a little too early there for that throw there from Byron Jarrett. Might have had Desmond Washington streaking down the middle of the field.
Yeah, it was kind of a mid-post, mid-slant route, if you will, and like you said, a little too early. Anik McKenzie will check back in. They're sending the fullback out. Let's see what they can do here. 2 minutes, 40 seconds remaining in the first half.
And the Tritons might go out to a little swing pass themselves there, Hank. Watch out for this one.
Wiedemann now, in motion, shotgun formation.
On the swing.
Here we go, Bellamy. Quarterback keeper Byron Jarrett. He's going to try to break his way outside. He will be pushed forward from Iowa Western tackler. It's Kendall Young that got there in time on the tackle.
Big third down here, Hank. Big third down.
Yes, sir. It'll be a 3rd down and 8 on the Triton, on the Iowa Western 12-yard line. So you can pick up a first down and still get a 1st and goal, which is amazing. That's one of the best sweet spots in all of football. And I really like this formation. Look at this, JG. We got Byron Jarrett and Jordan Cum in the backfield, lined up as a running back. And now they'll motion them out. Empty backfield. I love it. Trips to the left. Looking for the left. He will now look to the right, rolling out to the right. Maybe a quarterback keeper. No, he will fire to the end zone for Washington. Oh! He caught it, but he was out of bounds. Great defense by Iowa Western. Number 44, playing defense against him, it's Jacob Ellis, the freshman linebacker from Granite Bay, California.
And you just throw the ball to Washington's way, and he will come down with it, I guarantee you.
The only thing is he couldn't get his feet down in the end zone.
Yep.
A minute and 51 seconds to go here in the first half. 20-10, Colin Swigman to line up for his 2nd field goal try.
Not a lot of time there for Byron Jarrett, so he had to scramble in there. He almost made a great play on the run.
It'll go down as a 10-play drive for the Tritons. That resulted in, looks like 3. No good. Just went over the top. Resulted in 0 points after the 10-play drive, and that's going to hurt in the future.
Absolutely, Hank. That's a tough break for the Tritons. And Iowa Western might just run the clock out here with a couple runs and escape out this first half.
What's so dangerous about that, JG, is that you can tell if they're going to fake it as well. Because simple play action, going deep on one play, they've done it to us before.
They hurt us, yep.
Ugh.
Let's see if Iowa Western takes a little shot with up by 10 points. A team like Iowa Western.
A minute 45, 20-10. Iowa Western's on top. Ranked number 4 going against number 8 today. Here goes handoff. He will work his way forward.
And a huge hold there for the running back.
Oh, yeah. He could have walked through there. 7-yard gain for Moses Bryant.
And after that missed field goal, maybe a little deflation from the Triton's defense.
2nd and 3. Ball marked down on the 26-yard line. Empty backfield. Could be a quarterback keeper. Back to pass. He's looking long. Going to keep it for himself. Roaming forward. No, he will throw. Last second. I think it might be
roughing the passer, Hank.
Roughing the passer,
hit after the play, absolutely. And nowadays in football, you can't be doing like that. Can't be doing stuff like that. They'll throw a flag every time.
Yeah. He gets up to his own power. Nate Glantz is a toughie. He's okay. You know, if it's not that, maybe illegal touching. You're right. Roughing passer. Automatic first down for Iowa Western. They will be marked down on the 49-yard line on the Triton side.
And the Tritons need to lock in right now before the Reavers put in some more points at half, which will really hurt.
That's the last thing you need here for the Tritons. Shotgun formation. Trips on the weak side. Nate Glantz is back there. They will send a man in motion. It's Bryant. Empty backfield once again. Calling it dead. Is it a timeout? Looks like it's going to be a timeout. Let's see who it's called against. Or call it on.
Timeout, Iowa Central. Second charge.
Timeout, Iowa Central. Second charge timeout of the half. They will have 1 remaining. And Iowa Western will have 2 remaining. A minute and 4 seconds to go here. The score, 20-10. Let's take a look back at how we got here. We got the first points on the board for the Tritons with a made field goal as they were stopped inside the 5-yard line. That's going to come back to haunt them, JG. Along with that, we saw the first touchdown on the day for Iowa Western. Michael, an 18-yard receiving touchdown. The very next drive, a 10-yard rushing touchdown. Came off the end for Moses Bryant. And then after that, to open the second quarter, a 50-yard receiving touchdown for Toki. As of recently, for the Tritons, they got their first touchdown of the day off a Desmond Washington 35-yard bomb, wide open, not wide open, but wide lane ahead in the end zone.
He made it wide open, Hank.
Absolutely. He took it right out of the hands of the defender.
Yep.
Here we go. Like I said, a minute and 4 seconds remain here in the second quarter. Back to pass his Glantz. He's stepping up. He's going to be sacked for the first time today.
Huge.
Wow. Let's take a look at who is there for the Iowa Central Tritons. 43 will get the head pat. It's going to be Kenny Givens, 6'3", 295 pounds, out of Hubbard, Chicago. Here comes a little bit of a replay here on the sack. 35 seconds to go here. The clock is still running for the end of the first half. It's going to be a 2nd down and 19. Nate Glantz stands alone. We've got trips out to the left. Nate Glantz stepping up in the pocket. He will throw. It hit off the head of a coach on Iowa Western side. Keep your head up, coach.
And there's a flag on the play. He was dangerously close to running over where he could pass it from. But I don't know what they're going to call.
Offense, number 79.
That's even better.
Previous spot. Replay, second down.
And just a bunch of huge breaks. That sack started it all, big momentum shift, and really killed this Iowa Western last-minute drive.
So a 2nd down and 29. Ball will be placed on the 33-yard line on Iowa Western side. Wow.
See, I'm a rugby player, and I was watching the Cowboys Chargers game. They threw to Ezekiel Elliott in the middle field. No, C.D. Lamb, and then C.D. Lamb pitched it to Ezekiel Elliott using the option play in midfield, and it's just always open, and I wish teams utilize that more, especially in halftime and late game situations. Quarterback run for Nate Glantz. He will be shoestring tackled near the 50-yard line.
the clock will still be running. 11 seconds, 10 seconds, 9 seconds, and it looks like they will let it run out. Nate Glantz wants a timeout.
Coach from Iowa Western will call one.
Yeah, Iowa Western didn't want to call a timeout. They wanted it to sit on it for the end of the half. But I'm assuming they'll just take one shot to the end zone or do one of those pitch reverses that you were just talking about, John.
And it's never wrong to try the pitch reverse because a lot of teams don't see it coming, and it's really hard to cover, Hank.
They do have one timeout remaining in the first half. With 5 seconds to go here, it's going to be kind of hard to call a timeout after you snap the ball.
Yeah, unless it's a quick out route, assuming this is going to be the last play of the half.
Well, I'll tell you what. If I'm Iowa Western, I'm going to target Caden Webgen. He's a short, speedy guy.
Yeah. Maybe have him come out the backfield.
Yeah. We will see 4 safeties in the backfield for the Tritons. Nelson, Major Williams, Christian, and Coney. Quarterback keeper for Nate Glantz. He will run forward, and he will slide down, and that will be the end of the first half. 20-10 is the score.
A flag. It might be on Iowa Western.
Hang on, guys. We got a flag on the play here. An offensive lineman's going over to talk with the referee. Maybe they're going to call a hold, but everyone's going to the locker room. It'll be declined more than likely, and that'll be the first half. Waiting on official ruling on the play.
It might be some unnecessary roughness. There was a lot of pushing after the play from number 3 from Iowa Western, Michael Love.
No penalty on the play. That will be the end of the first half. 20-10, we will have a 20-minute break, but let's go into a little bit of halftime here. Well, I'll tell you what, it's been a great game so far. 20-10, the Reavers are on top. You are tuned into Hank Ambrose and John Gepner providing the play-by-play commentary and the halftime report of today's game. What have you seen so far that you've been most impressed with, John?
So far, Iowa Western's really done. They really started off really good in the first half, but the Triton defenses came alive a little bit with some big-time stops. So the Triton defense has definitely come big. It's just if the Tritons execute a little better on offense, I'm sure at the end of the game they'll have a shot to win the game. Hey.
The second quarter has been most impressive for the Tritons. They've really been able to move the rock there. They've been a lot better through the air, which surprises me a little bit because to their soul, they're kind of a run football team. Byron Jarrett taking on most of the carries so far, and, we just got to get our backs more involved as well.
I got to give a lot of credit to the Iowa Western defensive line, though, Hank, because they've been really getting our offensive line run for the money, Hank.
Yeah, well, coming into this one, we knew that the pressure was going to be very present going against Iowa Central. It was last season. They always bring the heat to us. We lost 4 starting offensive linemen to begin this season. We just have one returning. It's Max McCree at left tackle. Left tackle is a very solid position for the Tritons. We like to roll out a lot, but, it's just tough. Containing the quarterback is key in this game, and the Tritons, I feel like, have done a better job at containing Nate Glantz so far, as he had 2 rushing touchdowns against us last season, but you can still see it's there, it's present. The Tritons have been stumped as it came down to that fade route that was a 50-yard bomb to their receiver, Tico.
Yeah.
I think this is a game that is a lot closer than it looks like on the scoreboard. The Tritons have been inside the 5-yard line twice now on Iowa Western's side, and they've only taken 3 points off or onto the board coming off of those 2 possessions inside the 5-yard line.
Just one little crucial mistake for the Tritons. Unfortunate situation when Iowa Western's first touchdown when we had a strip sack and then Iowa Western recovered it. So a couple unfortunate situations for the Tritons, but 20-10, only down by 10 points. The Tritons are still in this game, Hank.
Oh, there are more in this game, and they got that motivation. They have the energy to do it, especially to beat an in-state rival and knock off number 4 Iowa Western would be huge.
Make headlines, Hank.
Headlines. This is the game of the week in the NJCAA, and we're so happy to be able to provide it for you. For Triton Nation, you're listening to Hank Ambrose and John Gepner. We're going to keep it right here. I want to talk a little bit more about just how important this game is. We'll play these guys twice this season. They're in our conference, you know. We always have a blood rivalry with them every single year. It's going to be good. It's going to go down to the wire like it does every single season in both games. Luckily, the Tritons going to start off at home this game rather than away. I think that's kind of huge. If they were on the road, it would have been more of a challenge. The Iowa Western Reavers are ranked number 4. The Tritons ranked number 8 for the second time in a row, as last week they went up against Gordon Fine Arts and smoked them. It wasn't even really a football game, if I got to be honest with you. 84-6, and they just took the hammer to them. Gordon Fine Arts was not prepared, but the Tritons, they really had to prepare this week.
Absolutely. Iowa Western only played 2 games so far. They beat Dodge City 38-14, and then they blasted Ellsworth 64-6. So the Tritons actually got to play more games than Iowa Western so far, so they have some more experience on the season so far, Hank.
You know, I got to join in on Coach Montalto, officiate a practice earlier on this week, but I went up to Coach Schlegel, and I talked with him on the offensive line side, and you know, I want to talk a little bit about how we don't have a lot of returning starters on that side and how big this game is for the offensive linemen. And this is what he said. You know, every football team, they have that quirky kind of group of guys, whether it's the core of receivers, the core of running backs. For us, it's our core offensive linemen. They're just a bunch of big kids that never really grew up. They love football. They love to smash mouth football. They're young kids, but big boys. So they love to hammer it down, and they're hungry. And they're hungry when it comes to getting the food from the Triton calf and getting hungry on the football field. That's the direct quote from Coach Schlegel. He's got big personality, and Coach Gavins as well was also in on that conversation. So, you know, it's a huge game for the offensive line. It's going to come down to the front 5 for sure.
And I'm sure they're getting yelled at right in the locker room right now. And I would expect a lot of runs in this big second half, Hank. Maybe the Tritons break one off.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. That'll be your halftime report with Hank and John Gepner. It is 20-10. Iowa Western is on top. We're going to tune in to the Iowa Central Band as they're going to take over the halftime show. For more Triton Nation action and more Triton football, stick with us here on Triton Nation YouTube channel.
Resourcefulness. Okay. All right, so what I want to do is try a little something here. Excuse me.
Wow, this thing is just people up with us.
Wow, Max, you got lucky, buddy. You got lucky.
What is that? Oh. That wasn't even me who set it up. That was me.
All right, man. Okay, here's what I want you to do. Hang that up there somewhere. Okay? Hold that. Follow me.
Okay.
Make sure I got loop. Set that down there for just a few minutes. Let's just stay with it.
Right fans, onto your feet. Come together as the Triton marching band plays their Iowa National School song, Triton Fight On. Performing at Triton home football games, as well as numerous exhibitions for schools and events each fall, the Triton Marching Band is open to all instrumental students regardless of major. Visit ictriton.com for more information on the Triton Marching Band. Jeremy Smith is Director of Athletic Band at Iowa Central. Iowa Central Percussion is sponsored by Vicksburg. This is Randy Best, voice of the Triton Marching Band. Until our next performance, keep a song in your heart.
Okay.
Let's hear for the combined marching bands once again.
Exactly. So like it's just one throw away.
Completed the setup wizard.
Okay. All right, let's just go back to our normal. Okay, watch the SRT here. Pull it back over here with ball.
Welcome back, Triton Nation, for your second half. You are tuned in to Hank Ambrose and John Gepner of Triton Nation. The score, 20-10, Iowa Western, ranked number 4, coming into this one, are beating up on the ranked number 8 Iowa Central Tritons at home. 20-10, the crowd is getting into it. We see a whole lot of blue in the home and a whole lot of blue in the away. Light blue versus dark blue. Let's see who comes out with the victory. Colin Swigman going to line up for kickoff. Iowa Western is going to start with the ball to begin half number 2. Big boot down Broadway, and it's going to be returned back to the 15, almost 20-yard line, and a form tackle by Tristan Waugh, laying down the hammer, bringing down Iowa Western to their own 16-yard line.
Good little start there for the special teams for Iowa Central. Nice little halftime show by both bands. Now we're excited to get right back into the top 10, 2 top 10 teams in the country. Second half action. It's going to be very exciting, Hank.
1st and 10 with 14 minutes, 54 seconds to go here as the Reavers look to take over. And, you know, we've capitalized this earlier. We've talked about how crucial starting field position has been for the Reavers. Every time they've started on their own 25 or worse, they haven't been able to move the ball. Haven't even gotten a first down yet. Every time they've started on the 50 or better, they have gotten themselves a touchdown or field goal. Here we go for Nate Glantz. He will fire over the middle, and he will get a first down on the opening play of the second half. That was out to Ryan Flournoy, their wide receiver 1, 6'2", 195 pounds, out of Hazel Crest, Illinois.
Flournoy's been making plays all day. Comes from a nice little high school at HF and very Illinois high school powerhouse.
Here we go now as we're looking. 14:35 left on the clock. Big time tackle by Bryant Barrier. The Bomber lays it down for the bomb squad. Going to be a gain of just 4. Could have been a gain of another first down if it wasn't for Bryant Barrier there.
Yep, single leg takedown maneuver right there. And he just lifted the Reaver player up and slammed him.
Injury to the offensive player. It's an offensive lineman. We will have a substitution on the offensive line. A man will switch out. 79, Sterling Porcher, during the halftime was trying to get his ankle stretched out, and you might have to do a little more. Yeah, it's going to be a big brawl. The first 5 men at the line of scrimmage are going to be battling all day. It's been the story of the day so far. Here comes a big story and a big run after catch. Going to be a gain of a first down and a gain of 15 yards in total for Iowa Western. It was Michael Love that got it himself to go here. On the little swing pass, and Iowa Western's been using that a lot today, and it's worked out right there on for a first down completion. Michael Love had the first touchdown on the day for either team, an 18-yard receiving touchdown in the first quarter. Second first down of the drive, 13:45 left on the third quarter clock. Here goes the handoff on the 46-yard line, going to break his way forward. That's number 7, Moses Bryant, for a gain of about 7. 2nd and 3 now, as they're about to cross the 50-yard line. They're coming out hot. This is a very nice scripted offense so far. Here we go now, another handoff in the hurry-up offense, breaking up the middle for another first down. Luckily, was dragged down that time by Garrett Olendike. And that's 5'7", Milton Sarbaugh for Iowa Western, and he's been having a lot of nice runs today. He had a touchdown earlier, and he just squeezed through the gap there. He's a very short little kid, but he's very quick and agile. And this is what burns us. The hurry-up offense after first down. Great catch that time, but Bayal Coney was there on the tackle. And thank God the Iowa Western player tripped down. Yeah, that was Flournoy that got the reception. He's who got the first down earlier in this drive. He will sub out for Jermaine Dawson, wide receiver out of Vero Beach, Florida. Here we go now. We're looking at a 2nd and 9, 12:50 left in the third quarter. They are controlling the tempo here early on in the third. Here we go, back to passes, Nate Lance. He's looking left, he sees trips, now he will fire right. Get out of here, son. Bialcone was there for the pick, but it sailed out of bounds. Here goes a 3rd and 9 now. Ball going to be marked near the 35.
Wesley Bassel, like he's been doing all game, coming in hot and a nice little pressure to make Iowa Western throw that ball out of bounds.
He's making the most of his means today.
Yep.
Waking up on Sunday, getting a good breakfast, and making these guys have a really nice lunch eating turf in Dodger Stadium. 12:37 left in the 3rd quarter. We just started the 2nd half here. You're listening to Hank Ambrose, John Gepner out of Triton Nation. Shotgun formation. We're looking at doubles on the weak side. A tight end is in formation at blocking back. Play call dead. Let's see if they got a timeout or if they will use a timeout. Play clock violation. Let's see what happens here. It will be a timeout for Iowa Western. And you don't want to burn a timeout just 5 minutes into the 3rd quarter. Are you kidding me, John? That's going to come back to haunt Iowa Western now.
You never do want to do that. Unfortunately, they're just going to get the play call. And it's a 3rd and 9 situation, so just a lapse on the offense right there, and very confusion. A lot of confusion. Yep.
Tough.
Huge break for the Tritons, though.
It'll be a 3rd down and 9 near the 35-yard line for Iowa Western. We do not want them in the Triton red zone. We've had them in there multiple times before, 3 other times. Each time they've came away with a score.
Huge play to start the 2nd half right here.
3rd and 9. Iowa Western going to line up. Let's see what they come out with. I see doubles out to the weak side. For the time being, we just have a lone receiver on the strong. So I'm looking at Jermaine Dawson, the Lone Ranger. Got a blocking back in formation. This looks like the play they wanted to call right before they had to use a timeout. They will fire over the middle for Dawson. Dawson will haul in the catch and bring it another 1st down for the Iowa Western Reavers.
And that one hurts right there, Hank.
Huge 3rd down conversion. They're going to be inside the 25-yard line for Iowa Western now with 12 and a half minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. Here comes the 7th play of the drive. They have knocked nearly 3 minutes off the game clock so far here in quarter number 3. Trips out to the weak side. Jermaine Dawson, the Lone Ranger, on the far right. Swing pass opportunity? No, they will go to a slant, and they will hit his man. Deontay Nelson will bring him down. It's the first reception on the day for number 17, Tyshun Jordan, the 5'7" freshman out of Pearson, Georgia. It'll be a gain of 3. 2nd and 7 now. And that's on the far side from us, so I can't see exactly where the ball's placed down at. It's near the 15.
Yep. Right about the 15.
Shotgun formation. Trips out to the right. They love running this formation. He will look right. He will get, nearly sacked after the spin move. Tristan Waugh was there along with Dakari Randall. Dakari Randall and Tristan Waugh going to get their first sack of the day. And an offensive lineman is going to be down, holding at his ankle. It's not good. Here comes a 3rd down and about 8 now. We didn't have any injuries in the 1st half.
It looked like a Triton accidentally dived on his ankle trying to make the sack, and that's why he's down right now.
Gotcha. 11:15 left on the game clock in the 3rd quarter.
What a play there by Nate Glantz to avoid the sack, though, huh?
Yeah, he hit the spin move. He worked around the Tritons, but it wasn't enough. Dakari Randall, the middle linebacker, along with Tristan Waugh were there for the shoestring tackle and sack. Wow. They tabletopped him. You grew up in the playground, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You got to take 2 guys, line up behind someone you're just talking to, and just push the other over for the tabletop. It's a bit crude, but pretty fun over there in recess. 11:15, 20-10, as we will see the Iowa Western offensive lineman get up to his own power. It's number 59 on their side, David Brack, freshman, 6'8", 280 pounds is what he's listed as, and he is a very big guy. Wow.
Yeah. Might have to suit up for the Iowa Western basketball team this year, standing at 6'8".
Yeah, nearly 300 pounds, and he looks exactly like that build. He's towering over everyone on their sideline. Regardless, 11 minutes, 15 seconds, score 20-10. It will be a 3rd down and 8. Nate Lance is in there with Scarborough. We're looking at doubles, a man in motion now. It's their shifty wide receiver. Let's see what happens here. Wetjen now, we're going to see him on a route. Here comes a slant now to number 88. Going to be a pickup of a 1st down and much more. Deontay Nelson could not stand his ground. It was the man that had the 50-yard receiving touchdown earlier, Isaiah Toki.
Yep, Toki just streaking across the whole field and on the slant route. And Nate Glantz going to find a wide open man.
He knows how to get open. What can I say? We're under 11 minutes to go here. Tuned into John Gepner, Hank Ambrose of Triton Nation. Shotgun formation. Blocking back in the formation as well. Scarborough going to hand it up the middle for him, but he will be brought down by Garrett Olendyke and Bryant Barrier to follow. Wow. The bomb squad going to get there once again. And it will be a loss of 2, but remains 2nd and goal.
And in this goal line situation, it's very key for all Tritons to be flying to the ball, because ain't no loose yard, no easy yards will help the Tritons at all. So everyone needs to be flying to the ball right here.
Here we go now. 10 minutes left to go here. They have milked 5 minutes off the clock. It will be a quarterback keeper, Nate Lance. He finds a lane, and he finds the red zone. Roll out the red carpets. Nate Lance, you just scored 6.
Yep, a little read option, and Nate Glantz just takes it up along the right side and punches in for 6.
You couldn't do it any better. Not only did they score a touchdown in their opening drive of the 2nd half, but they milked it down 5 minutes. Here comes a replay from the booth. As you can see right here on the read option, Nate Glantz goes crazy and dances his way into the end zone. 26-10, the score with exactly 10 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Oh, muff snap. Going to be tackled down. Major Williams the first to get there. Major Williams, we saw a blocked PAT earlier, and he actually was trying to take it to the no, it was Coney.
Yep.
Was it Coney that? Gotcha. But Major, he got on that one first that time. 26-10. Kind of an odd score here.
Yep. That's 2 opportunities to try. The Reavers have missed on conversion. So, like I said, I've been saying the Tritons keep it close. They're going to be talking about that after the game.
2-possession game, 16-point lead for Iowa Western, ranked number 4.
For the Tritons now, must score right here, Hank. Must score.
Must score. Exactly. And you know what? 5 minutes have been milked off the clock on Iowa Western's side. The Tritons, no answer to start the 2nd half. And they held them to 3 third-down conversions as well, but they just couldn't give it up.
Yeah, just a couple big plays by Iowa Western right there. Huge plays, and that really hurt the Triton defense right there.
Here we go now, a kickoff. So we are on the 35. The kick is up. Deep into the blue sky, but it'll be fielded down near the 12. Here we go now with Major Williams carrying the ball forward, and he is clocked. Oh, gosh.
The ball comes out, but he's down after the play. He's down before he lost the ball.
He was hit right in the helmet.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Major Williams, he's a key player for us. Good friend of mine. I'd hate to see him get clocked down. Oh, man. Willis, Anik McKenzie are over there checking him out. They do not like the hit that came from Iowa Western. It was a football play. Iowa Western and Iowa Central will applaud him off the field.
Yeah,
it looks to
Major
be
Williams, tough kid, and that's a tough shot he just took, but he's going to shake back. And that right there might be a storyline right there. That might turn the Tritons up right there, because there was a lot of trash talking after the play, and I don't think the Tritons really are like that play by Iowa Western right there.
No, I don't want to say dirty, but it was around a dirty hit.
Yeah.
Well, 9 minutes, 55 seconds to go here. In quarter number 3, the Tritons will have their first shot to take over. And let's see where they're marked down at.
And there's no better way to pick up a teammate than to punch the other team right back in the mouth with a scoring drive.
I couldn't say it any better, John. Shotgun formation, trips on the weak side. Ball placed at the 30 on the Triton side. They're working left to right on your video screen. Byron Jarrett running left to right on your video screen. Going to be a pickup of nearly 3. Here comes a 2nd and 7 on the 33.
Yeah, good coverage all the way around for Iowa Western. Makes Byron forced to keep the ball.
And you know what? I'm okay with that. I love Byron running the football. He's been successful today and throughout his whole career as a Triton on the ground. Here we go, shotgun formation. He will throw it. He will air it out wide. Can he get it there in time? Going to hit him right in the numbers. A dropped pass that time by the Triton receiver. And you're going to want that one back. It was Jalen Willis.
Willis beat the defensive back, and he just couldn't come down with the ball.
9:19 remaining.
Beautiful pass there by Byron Jarrett.
Yeah. Hit him right in the numbers. 9 minutes, 19 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. That's the second time Willis has dropped a big completion.
Now we have a 3rd down and 8 yards to go, so Triton desperately need this first down here.
Doubles on the strong. We have 3 on the weak side. Oh, do they get a man? False start maybe? I don't see a flag come out, and Byron Jarrett will be sacked. No, a flag is down. It's just on the far side.
I was about to say Iowa Western just had a huge break because he was clearly offsides.
Yeah, what in the world? But no, it will be a flag. It was just on the very far side from what we can see. Need to whip out the binocs for next game. See the score.
Offsides, defense, number 0 in the neutral zone at the snap. 5-yard penalty. Replay, 3rd down.
Replay, 3rd down. It will be a 3rd down and 3 placed on the 38-yard line on the Triton side. This is a huge Triton conversion attempt. And honestly, if they don't get it here, I would bet money that they go for it.
Yeah, absolutely, Hank. You got to. You're down 16 points in the third quarter with the 4th down and manageable if they're stopped right here. Have to go for it.
Shotgun formation.
Might look to Washington on the right side.
Here we go now, back to pass, quarterback keeper. Byron Jarrett going to have to do a spin move and truck his way forward.
Yeah, not what the Tritons wanted to do right there.
No, the line just couldn't hold. It'll be a 4th down and 2, a gain of just 1. 8:40 left on the game clock in the third quarter. They'll send out the punt unit. Iowa Western's coaching staff saying to watch the snap. I mean, I would think that we see a fake sooner than later off the hands of Coney. He's too athletic to not get the shot. I think you got to try it sooner than later. We have pinned Iowa Western back deep one time inside their own 15-yard line, but they did just drive from their 16 and scored a touchdown. They will punt it. It'll be back near the 13. It'll be fielded down, and here comes the man running forward. 20-yard gain, 30-yard gain, and he is still rumbling until he's brought down on the 40-yard line. Worst case scenario right there for the Tritons.
And number 11, Wetjen has just been playing outstanding all day, Hank, from Williamsburg, Iowa native, and the 5'11", 190 pounds, very shifty and very quick. One of the fastest people on the field today.
It's been tough today for the Tritons. 7:56 left on the clock. Score 26-10. The Tritons come back on defense for the second time this quarter. Third quarter, 26-10. Gonna see a man in motion out of the doubles. Nate Lance gonna fire to the outside. We've seen him catch the ball before. We've seen him catch a touchdown. It's Michael Love as he's yakking it up.
And he thought he wasn't down there after he was brought down. Still kept running.
A 2nd down and 1. Now you can have any play out of your playbook here.
Yeah.
You could even take a shot if you wanted to. It's almost like a free play. Here we go, outside. Oh, he
had it at first, and then the ball came out right before he went out of bounds, so.
Will they call it a completed pass?
I guess they will, because he ran for 1 yard. Had a couple steps after catching the ball.
7 minutes, 20 seconds remaining In quarter number 3, we are looking at doubles on the weak side. Shotgun formation. The Tritons, they're looking to stay alive. Back to pass his glance. He's going to look. He's going to fire deep. CJ Christian is there, and a defensive pass interference will be called.
Yep, just CJ Christian pushed down the Iowa Western wide receiver, really accidentally, just because he was trying to make a play. So and his right arm pushed the receiver down, and really they could have called it an uncatchable ball, anyways.
I would challenge to say that was an uncatchable ball. It was out of bounds by a mile.
You know what I'm saying? Yep.
It was uncatchable. How could you call a pass interference when it's uncatchable? That's the first mistake on the ref's end today, I believe.
I'm with you on that one, Hank.
Well, regardless, we're going to keep playing football here. The Reavers will be on the Tritons' 30-yard line, and it's not looking good for the Tritons.
Yeah, tough break there for the Tritons.
Who's going to step up? Who's going to lead this Triton team for the comeback? 7 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Handoff. It's going to go to number 7, Moses Bryant. He will break 2 tackles, but he's going to be pushed back to the line of scrimmage. Here comes a 2nd down and 9 now on the 29-yard line on the Triton side.
And the Triton defensive line have been stuffing the Reavers all game. They got to keep that up. They don't want to get back in this game.
6:45 left here in quarter number 3. You're tuned into Hank Ambrose and John Gepner on the call from Triton Nation. We are stuck up here in the booth in Fort Dodge, Iowa, in Dodger Stadium, representing the Iowa Central Tritons. Excuse me. Here we go now. Here comes the rush. 7 men are rushing. Bryant Barry going to try to tackle him. Going to slip away. And then CJ Christian, who's leading the team in tackles, will swarm in and get a tackle for himself once again. It'll be a 1st down for Iowa Western, gain of about 12.
Yeah, Moses Bryant coming out the backfield on a little delayed play up the middle and wide open down the middle of the field.
This is not the same Triton team we saw in the first half. They are looking tired, exhausted, and overwhelmed on defense. Doubles on the weak side. Lone Ranger. You also have a blocking back in formation in the gun. It'll be a slant route to who else than Ryan Flournoy. He's been going at the neck of Bayal Coney all game long, and he's going to have another pickup of at least 10 yards. 1st down and goal now, as they're going to be inside the Triton 10-yard line.
Nice little slant route, and Flournoy.
This drive started with 8:30 left on the clock. We currently have 5 minutes, 30 seconds left. It's been a 5-play drive, saving up 3 minutes off. Here we go, a fire. It's going to be a bad incompletion. If it was any higher, Deontay Nelson would have been there, and he would have been wide open. Yeah, Green Acres for the pick 6.
He would have took that for 6, but a rare thrown across the field by Nate Glantz. I'm sure the quarterback coach and offensive coordinator really hated that throw right there.
Yeah, it was nasty. 2nd and goal, the Tritons need a stop. This is what it comes down to, that goal line stand. The Tritons have been stopped twice inside the 10-yard line on the Iowa Western side. Let's see if they can hold them to anything inside the 10. Nate Glantz to hand off. He will hand it off, and it'll be a pickup of maybe 2.
He was met right there. That was by number 15 right there for the Tritons. Dakari Randall coming in hot. Wow, much needed. Setting the tone right at the line of scrimmage. Huge play by Dakari Randall.
3rd and goal. I see the ball's on the 7-yard line. 7 yards to get 6 points. The Tritons need to step up big. Band playing loud. The cheerleaders are cheering. Triton fans.
Right here,
Triton fans are on their feet. Under 5 minutes to go here. The clock is still running. We got big receivers out to the weak side. Gonna look over the middle. Here comes the sack. Garrett Olendike is there to get his 2nd sack of the day. Let's go Iowa Central Tritons. That was huge.
Him and Kenny Givens. Huge play by them, both of them.
Giving up a sack, Kenny Givens. Garrett Olendike was right there as well. His 2nd sack of the day. 4 minutes, 25 seconds to go here. As here comes Iowa Western for the 1st field goal attempt.
They're having trouble on these kickoff, on these conversions.
They will snap it. The kick is up, and it will go through the upright. And this is where the Tritons will get bitten from their own end, because they missed a field goal earlier in this game, John.
Yeah.
It's tough. 4 minutes, 8 seconds to go here. It will result in a 25-yard field goal coming off the boot of Iowa Western. That last drive went for 7 plays, started at 8 minutes and 30 seconds on the Iowa Western 40-yard line after a 25-yard return from Wetjet. Following that, Iowa Western continued to milk the clock away down at least 4 minutes. Now we are standing at 4 minutes and 8 seconds exactly left in quarter number 3 as we wait Iowa Central to get the kickoff.
I hope they kick this one to McKenzie. I hope.
McKenzie's only gotten a return once, I believe.
One, and he made the most out of it. But they're really kicking away from him, so they read the scouting report, which is smart. But if anything, they have number 25 back out there for Major Williams. Major Williams not. They put Dalen Bodie, so if they kick it out to Dalen Bodie, I would throw it to McKenzie and let him get busy.
Kick is up. And it is back near the 20. It'll be returned now by Levon Bellamy as he'll be tackled after a gain of maybe 5. The Tritons will take over on their own 23-yard line with 4 minutes and 4 seconds to go in their second drive of the third quarter. If you're just tuned in, this is the matchup of the week for the NJCAA. You're tuned in to Hank Ambrose and John Gepner of Triton Nation.
And the Triton offense back on the field, and they need to get something going, and they need to get something going quick, Hank.
29-10, and Iowa Western has had nothing but answers against the Iowa Central offense and defense. They're still in this one. Plenty of time left. Over 19 game minutes left here. Byron Jarrett in the shotgun. Here we go. Hand up. No, a play action. He faked me out. Jordan Cum on interception. That is huge. A dropped pass by Jordan Cum. It was picked off by number 25.
I'm pretty sure it was number 23, Hank.
Was it 23?
Yeah, Wyatt Romer. But there is a flag on the play. So Tritons might have caught a break. I'm not too sure. No, you are right, Hank. It was number 25.
It's number 25, awarded with the interception. Legend Doggett. Wow, what a name.
With that name.
What a legend.
Definitely came over to play.
Wow, Legend Doggett.
Off the tipped hands of Jordan Cum, and then it just sneaked right into the Reavers' hands.
Personal foul against Iowa Western. It was a block in the back. They're going to have to bring it back 15 yards, which they're going to be inside the 50-yard line on the Triton side. So
yeah, just a tough break there for the Tritons. First play.
The Tritons, they have 2 quarterbacks from last season. Byron Jarrett, I feel like, has had a really good performance today, but they might have to try to switch it up in their next drive with Zach Marker. We'll see. Here we go now. Going to see 2 tight ends go in motion. We got doubles out to the right for Nate Glantz. Here goes a handoff now. He will be stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Noah Epley, number 17, getting on the action right there.
Epley plays a hybrid safety linebacker type role. Comes out in special practice for the Tritons and made a big play today in the third quarter. 3:30 left in quarter number 3. The Tritons, how much life you got left in you? Let's see it.
Yeah, this is gut check time.
If you're just tuning in, welcome to Triton Nation. You are listening to Hank Ambrose and John Gepner, representing our boys in blue, the Iowa Central Tritons. Nate Glantz now. Here comes a shovel pass. It's going to hit the tailback, number 21, Milton Sogba.
And Glantz just had a lot of time there. He was looking on the left side of the field for a wide receiver, and then just went with the shovel pass.
A first down once again for Iowa Western. We have yet to see a first down in the second half for Iowa Central, and Iowa Western has now approaching 10 first downs. They have 8 total so far.
Yep, Iowa Western pretty much has had the ball the whole second half so far, whole third quarter.
Iowa Central's only called 1 play on the offensive side of the ball in the second half. 2:45 left. It's not looking good. Here we go now. Nate Lance going to fire over. It's going to be an incomplete pass going off the hands of Jermaine Dawson. Tough situation here. Here goes a 2nd and 10 now. Ball going to be placed down on the Triton 25-yard line.
And this is where the playmakers for the defense need to make a play right here.
2.5 minutes to go here. Who's going to come up with the play? We got 1 turnover with Major Williams' interception so far. It's going to go a handoff, inside zone, up the gut. It was a handoff to Milton Sargba, who is a lot more active in this half than he was in the first half, John.
Well, he did have a touchdown in the first half, but he definitely had way more touches, and he's made the most of all of his touches so far this half.
So far, we've seen a lot from Moses Bryant, who's a hybrid halfback, if you will say. Sargba, more of a tailback, putting his shoulder down and trucking forward.
But with the 19-point lead, third down right here, Tritons need to get off the field right here.
2 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Iowa Western is hyped on their own sideline. Back to pass, Nick Lance. Lance in the field, he will throw to the corner of the end zone. Interception by C.J. Christian. Jinx, John. C.J. Christian comes away with the Triton's 2nd interception of the day. Gut check time, like you said from earlier. I'm going to get you on a direct quote. 1:45 left in the third quarter. The Tritons will take over on their own 25-yard line.
Well, right, I was saying it was about time the Triton playmakers come over to play, and that's exactly what the Tritons just needed. C.J. Christian jumped up, snagged the ball, and now Triton football. So interception, it didn't happen. It just took a couple minutes off. Right now, Triton mentality is score. That's all we're thinking about. Score, score, score.
Nate Lance is a very dominant quarterback in this ICAC conference, I got to say. He's a great leader on this Iowa Western football team as well, but this is the best Iowa Central has matched up against him, despite the score being 29-10.
Yeah, definitely an air throw.
Byron Jarrett going to keep it for himself. He's running outside. He's got wide open field in front of him. He will slide down to avoid injury, and that will be a Triton first down. Really? No? Oh, man. Did I get ahead of myself?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Oh, wait, no, they're moving the chains.
Absolutely. You're right. You had it. Trust the gut.
I thought I had it, but...
Do it. Someone once told me, do what got you here. You know?
1.5 minutes remaining here. You're listening to Hank Ambrose, John Gepner. We've got a try-back set for IC3. Man in motion, it's Bodie. It'll be a play-action pass. He's going to have to roll to his left. He will fire for Ridgeway. Ridgeway wide open. Go Madison Ridgeway. The Mad Dog is trucking into the house, and he is wide open. Roll out the red carpet for Madison Ridgeway. You just got 6 points on the board for the Iowa Central Tritons.
And the way he was looking, I thought he was about to take a swing on the baseball field because he was gone after that.
Wow. 65-yard receiving touchdown for Madison, the Mad Dog Ridgeway.
And breaking news, folks, the Tritons are back in this football game right there.
And this is exactly when you needed that field goal to be converted earlier. 16-29, here comes the PAT.
And
no, they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, Byron Jarrett is telling the field goal unit to get off the field. They want to go for 2. I like it.
Byron Jarrett, take control of the situation. The team captain, get out of here. 3rd-year player for the Tritons, starting his 2nd season for them.
Nice little touch pass to Madison Ridgeway, and Ridgeway just turned on the burners and he was gone.
Byron Jarrett, one of the sweetest kids you will pass in the hallway. It's nice to everyone. Very good to the TV radio crew. Came in for an interview on the Coach Montalto Show, which appears every Monday night, 6 p.m. Join me, Hank Ambrose, as I sit down with Coach Montalto as we talk Iowa Central sports. Speaking of Coach Montalto, he will call a timeout and talk it over to go for 2 here. It's a huge play. 16-29 with 1 minute and 8 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
in these situations, the Tritons have lately been going to a run with Byron Jarrett. So maybe fake the run and drop off a little inside pass.
Yeah, we need to find a way to get our running backs more involved. Bodie, Levon Bellamy are two great running backs. Byron Jarrett is a great running back even.
What was the play call when Florida had Tim Tebow run in and drop it?
The jump pass.
The jump pass. Maybe that's what we need to do. A little fake. Out the Urban Meyer playbook.
Absolutely, who's now with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Tebow wasn't signed to them, but anyway, let's get back to NJCAA football. We're looking at the 8th ranked Tritons. They're about to go for 2 against ranked number 4 in the whole NJCAA, that's the ICAC conference. Ranked number 1 in the ICAC, Iowa Western. Minute 8 seconds remain here. Big play.
Empty backfield for the Tritons.
This could make it a 2-possession game. Byron Jarrett, Lone Ranger. He will send a man in motion. It's Willis. He's passing it. He's looking to the corner of the end zone. He'll roll out to the right. He's going to have to avoid a tackler. He will. He's roaming. He will throw. Incomplete pass intended for Desmond Washington. 16-29. We're going to need 2 more touchdowns, which is very possible. We're still in the 3rd quarter. A minute and 8 seconds remain here in quarter number 3. The Tritons will line up to kick off.
And let me say, Byron Jarrett almost had a huge play. Juked the absolute whole knee of a Reaver defender, and then just tried to throw on the run, just couldn't connect.
Oh yeah, he had his best Michael Jackson impersonation as a smooth criminal. 16-29 to score. Our Tritons are down, but you are listening to Hank Ambrose, John Gepner, in the broadcast booth. So we cover all Iowa Central sports here on Triton Nation. Scores 1. We got 1 minute and 8 seconds.
Would it completely surprise you with the way the defense playing with a little sneak onside kick?
Wow. Good question. We haven't seen any trick plays so far for the Tritons, which surprises me.
There's only 2 guys on the left side.
Yeah? Well, maybe.
I don't know. Probably going to kick it downfield. Don't listen to me.
Colin Swigman, here he comes for the kick. Way back deep in the woods. Get out of here. And if it wasn't for the turf on the field right there, probably would have ended up in Humboldt, Iowa. Half an hour away here in Fort Dodge. We are in Dodger Stadium, broadcasting the Iowa Central Tritons, as Iowa Western will take over on their own 25-yard line with 1 minute and 8 seconds to go here.
And right here, this is the time. This is where the Triton defense can make a huge name for themselves to get the offense the ball right here. Big possession right here.
You're going to need 2 more stops for Iowa Central Tritons, and you want back into this ball game. They're down 13. That's just 2 touchdowns, folks.
And the interception got the defense feeling a little more confident.
C.J. Christian went crazy. We saw Major Williams get the first interception for the Tritons today. Here goes a handoff now. Back to Moses Bryant, who's gotten the most rushing attempts on the day for Iowa Western, not the most amount of yards. That's awarded to number 21, Milton Sarbow.
And for the Tritons defense, you can live with that all day.
55 seconds to go here, and the clock is still running. I kind of feel like they want to run it out here into the 4th quarter. You're going to have to snap at least 1 more play. They play good time management, and this could be the final play of the quarter, Correct myself. Here we go now. Back to passes, glance. Yep. Here comes a sack, and he gets there in time. Oh, it's thrown up. They're going to say it was an incomplete pass. Oh, are you serious? We'll take that.
Deontay Bryant flying in from the right side, dives at Nate Glantz and almost got the sack. Glantz luckily got it out.
Yep,
dangerously though.
That's Debo that got there. That forced the incompletion. I think it would have been possibly a sack. It was so close. Oh man, if we could go back and check it out, his knee was close to hitting the ground. That's all I'll say. Why is the clock still running if it was an incomplete pass?
I was asking the same question. Iowa Western's going to just try to...
They will snap it before the end of the 3rd quarter. Nate Glantz to step up, and he will be brought down. Tackle for loss. Look how many Tritons were there. Here comes a 4th down and very long as we will head into quarter number 4.
And I was telling you about the confidence in the defense, Hank. they're feeling themselves after the interception. All started by C.J. Christian.
As we hear the Iowa Central grandstands howling like hyenas on the other end of the field.
And there's no way better to start a fourth quarter with a fourth down and long and almost have a chance to get the football back.
If you're just tuning in, 29-16, we got number 4 Iowa Western taking on number 8 Iowa Central. They will play each other twice this season. This is the first of 2 matchups in Fort Dodge, Iowa, the home of the Fort Dodge Dodgers and the Iowa Central Tritons.
If you got to go somewhere, do what you got to do and do it quick, because you do not want to miss out on this third quarter. I promise you that.
If you do miss any action, today we will have Moments with Montalto every Monday night at 6 p.m. where we recap the game on Saturday, or in this case Sunday, and go over that and much more Triton sports.
Yep.
Tomorrow I'll be joined alongside head volleyball coach Sarah Horn and Caitlin Steffes to talk how their season has been going. The first time in program history that they are 20-0 to start the season, John.
That's very impressive for the Triton volleyball. All Triton sports have been just playing insanely great so far this first semester, so we're very proud of all Triton athletes.
Here we go, back in the broadcast booth, 15 minutes on the game clock remaining here, and the 4th and final quarter to play. 4th and 16, and they're going to punt in their own end zone. Well, they're going to line up to. The referee wasn't ready. He's going to have to line up.
We'll see if Jordan can make a play on the punt return here. This is definitely big right here.
If you stick to Triton football earlier in this season, we usually have 2 return men back there, but this game we've just had 1. Jordan Cum, it will be a fair catch. He'll haul it down on the Triton 46-yard line, where the Tritons will take over with 14:54 left to go in quarter number 4.
And good thing the Iowa Western punter is a lefty, because that was a very bad snap right there, and it pushed him to the right side.
Yeah, I had to pick it up off the ground. And you know, that's a huge game, John. The hair on my back standing up. I got goosebumps. I'm ready to go.
Hank, it is crunch time. It is definitely, it's fourth quarter. This is where they separate the boys from the men right here.
The Tritons will go with the ball first in the 4th quarter. Empty backfield, trips out to the weak side. Back to pass, he's looking right. He will fire to Desmond Washington. He will work his way forward for a pickup of 4.
And Desmond Washington, as soon as he catches the ball, he's a very shifty player, and he always makes some yards after the catch.
I got to sit down on a Triton practice with Coach Montalto earlier this week, and they were working on that little box routes, little out routes, little in routes, and working on that yak, that yard after catch. And that's what they're doing today. A lot in the game plan. 2nd and 5 now on the Iowa Western 48. Empty backfield once again. We're looking for a box route. He will fire to Max Cum. He will pick up more than enough needed for a first down and 5 more, as he will be brought down on the Iowa Western 35-yard line. Move the chains and move the rock, and you will have success in the 4th quarter.
Exactly what you was talking about. There's another little box route by Jordan Cum, and he snags it and makes a nice little yards, and the Tritons are moving.
14:05 left here in the 4th and final quarter to play in Dodger Stadium. Empty backfield once again. 3rd time we've seen this formation in a row. He will roll out to the left. He's going to go long. Will he fire? Will he hit him? Oh, he was shoved to the ground.
Earlier,
no flag was thrown.
Iowa Western, so surprised, but maybe they called that one uncatchable.
Wow, yeah. How can you call that one uncatchable, but the other one you'll call a defensive pass interference that lined up a Nate Glantz 5-yard rushing touchdown? That was Jacob Ellis, the linebacker, on the coverage, going up against Willis for the Iowa Central Tritons, and I think they were giving a bone on that one, John.
So yeah, Tritons with a lot of passes here to start this drive, so maybe a little sneaky little draw to number 22, Bellamy, maybe, I don't know.
Let's see it here, 2nd and 10. I just see 2 linebackers out there for him. Heavy pass rush, here it comes. Byron Jarrett gonna have to throw it quickly, gonna be over the head for Weideman.
Yeah, that would have been an insane catch if you would have came down with that one, Hank.
If he would have caught that one, he would have had to try out for the basketball team.
Yeah, he would have had every offer in the country if he would have came down. That would have been insane.
Cal Weideman, brother of Jace Weideman, was the intended receiver there. Now we're looking at a 3rd down and 10. The Tritons put themselves in a poor situation with 2 incomplete passes in a row. What do you do here? Do you just try to pick up 5 and then go for it on 4th down? That might be the game plan. Two linebackers for Iowa Western in formation. Weideman just went out on the motion. Back to pass to Byron Jarrett. He will fire for Jordan Cum, pick up at least 5, and he's moving forward for a first down and out of bounds. Eastbound and down. Jordan Cum, have yourself a day.
Yeah, Jordan said forget the 5, I'm going for first down.
Woo! I love it, John. I love it. 13:41 remaining.
He was right on cue, though.
The Tritons pick up another first down. You are tuned in to Hank Ambrose and John Gepner in the booth. We're getting hyped up in the stands.
Great second half so far. That's what I got to say.
We have the trifecta in the backfield. Jarrett, Bellamy, and Bodie. They will hand off for Bellamy. Uh-oh, tackle for loss.
And this Iowa Western defensive line have been flying to the ball all night, all game, and we haven't really rushed for many yards this game so far, I think.
We haven't been able to rush on the outside, I've noticed. That's a huge distinction I've been checking out on. On those outside draw plays, halfback stretches, not working.
About 2nd and 12 to go.
12:55 left here. It's going to be marked on the 27. Going to be a handoff Bellamy. He'll work his way. He's going to pick up the yards he lost and pick up maybe 2 more. We're looking at a 3rd down and 8, 3rd down and 9. It's going to be close. Well, the line crew will actually mark it down more like a 3rd down and 10.
Yeah.
Oh.
Got to the original line of scrimmage.
12 and a half minutes to go here in the 4th quarter. The Tritons need to score. They're approaching the Iowa Western red zone. We're looking at trips out to the weak side.
Look
Empty
for a pass
backfield.
in the middle right here.
Try to draw them off sides. On a false start, they're going to have to realign and readjust. Audible. Let's see what they call here. Oh, do they get him? Flag is thrown. Take a shot. Oh, they're going to hit Desmond Washington. He will work his way forward. That flag don't matter. He got the first down anyway. Coach Montalto, go ahead and call, or decline it, not call. Goodness. I'm getting too excited up here.
Desmond Washington just been balling out. Exactly. Everyone's got to control their excitement. It's hard to. I understand you, Hank. It's a big-time game. There's 2 teams, top 10 in the country. First down and goal here for the Tritons. Let's see what they can do.
Shotgun formation. Cal Wiedemann now in motion. 11:57 remaining in the 4th quarter. It is a 1st and goal. A flag will be thrown. Is it a false start on the offense? Oh.
Yeah, they're going to catch one of the wide receivers.
Well, I'll tell you what. Here's the thing about that. It'll still remain a 1st and goal. You'll just move back 5 yards. Originally, we're near the 5-yard line, and now you can open up the playbook a little more.
Yeah, I was about to say, it gives them a little more space to do a little bit, because they're kind of tough on the goal line. You can really limit it.
They've struggled inside the 5-yard line twice, so maybe it's better that they're backing themselves up. Same play, Cal Wiedemann going to motion out wide. Here we go. It's going to be a handoff Bellamy. No, Byron Jarrett to keep it for himself. Pickup of maybe a yard.
2nd down here, Hank, and you absolutely can't have a field goal here. We need 6.
11 and a half minutes remaining. The most amount of time that has been milked off the clock so far from Iowa Western has been 5, and they even scored that drive. Gonna need a stop. 2nd and goal, 11:15 on the clock. Byron Jarrett in the shotgun with Le'Veon Bellamy. Doubles on the weak side. Kyle Wiedemann far out to the right. It's a pass. He will fire to the end zone, and it will be picked off. The red zone offense inside the 10-yard line for the Iowa Central Tritons has not executed.
Yeah, that's just a tough break on the. He had a man open in the middle of the field, just a tip ball.
I missed the number, but I heard Ellis from Brownie. I'm going to try to check and see if I can find it here on the Iowa Western roster.
Yeah.
Jacob Ellis, number 44, linebacker freshman from Granite Bay, California.
When the ball's tipped like that, it's just a easy little catch. Wrap that one like a present.
Well, here we go now. They are inside their own 5-yard line. So don't count them out.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe we could get a little bull rush and catch a safety right here.
11:01. Here we go. Going to be a handoff outside, and he's going to break free.
He's got daylight here.
Oh, my gosh. Going to be a pickup of at least 30 yards, but a flag is thrown.
We might get a hold on number 11, Iowa Western. Yep.
It's coming back.
Yep. Huge break.
Unless they spot it on the foul.
But I'll tell you what, Milton Sidebar is quick.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Still maybe a pickup of 25. They might place it where the flag was thrown. Still waiting on the official call. Here it comes. 10:52 left on the clock here.
Holding, offense, number 11. That penalty forced 10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Oh.
The penalty's corner tackle still results in a first down.
So it'll be gain about 15. They'll take over near their own 20-yard line since they marked it down on the spot of the foul. 10:52 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Fortunately for Iowa Western right there. That would have been at the half-yard line.
If you just tuned in, welcome to the broadcast. Listen to Hank Ambrose and John Gepner from Triton Nation, providing all the play-by-play commentary for all Triton sports. Today, got football on a Sunday. Shotgun formation. Back to pass, looking long, and he will fire. Look for it, look for it. Oh!
A little too much mustard on that one. On the throw from Nate Glantz.
Coney Island would have had himself an interception if it was just a little lighter. 2nd and 10 now. The clock has stopped at 10 minutes, 39 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. That's a good sign.
Absolutely. For the Tritons, we're down right now. It's all about stopping the clock.
And this may be a game that just comes down to execution, John.
Yeah.
Inside the 10-yard line, the Tritons have had no answer. They've had 3 points inside the 10-yard line. Here we go now. Handoff, inside zone, up the gut. Let's see how close he gets. It's going to be a gain of 8.
Yep.
Close to 7. I'll call it 8. They will be on their own 27-yard line, and here comes the Cows to milk away.
3rd and 3 right here.
10-15 here. Shotgun formation. Doubles out to the weak side. Who's hungry? Noah Epley is right over the ball like a ball hawk. Here we go now. Here it comes, and it's going to be a first down for Iowa Western. A pickup of 4. Ball will be marked down on the 34-yard line on Iowa Western's side. 10 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. The clock is still running. The Tritons, they still have a lot of time, but now it's getting into the zone where they would have to kick an onside kick more than likely.
Absolutely, Hank.
Don't count us out. We are Triton tough. We are very strong here. Here comes an inside zone up the gut. It will be tackled in the backfield by Dakari Randall.
He's been having a great game so far.
9:20 remaining in the fourth quarter.
A bunch of negative tackles for him tonight.
Dakari Randall goes crazy.
Yeah.
He's a hard worker. I had him in my news writing and reporting class my first year at Iowa Central. Shotgun formation. We're looking at trips out to the weak side. Here we go now. Handoff up the middle. Great tackle that time. That could have been a busted coverage by Dakari Randall once again.
Yeah.
Wow. Here comes a 3rd down and 9 now.
Filling the stat sheet up. And this right here, Hank, this is the game.
8 minutes, 40 seconds to go. The clock is still running. I'm going to double down on that statement as well, John. We're going to see trips formation as of now. Sarborough is back there at tailback. Shotgun formation for Glantz. Trying to get the Tritons to jump off sides. No flag on the field. Here we go. Deontay Nelson got to look for it. Oh, don't call it. Don't throw the flag.
Thank you.
Oh, my gosh. The Tritons might have gotten away with that one. Deontay Nelson did not play the ball whatsoever. Played the receiver. Luckily, it was incomplete. 4th and 19. Here comes the punting unit once again.
Got away with one to say the least, Hank.
Yeah, 8 minutes and 17 seconds to go here, John. And it's a close one. You got to stick to the broadcast here the rest of the way through on Triton Nation's YouTube channel if you're not here present in Dodger Stadium. If you miss any of the action, me and Coach Montalto are going to talk it over Monday night, 6 p.m. on 881 The Point. with moments with Montalto. Here comes the kick, the bunt. It's going to be high up into the air. It doesn't travel that far for Jordan Comm. He will catch it, bring it down at the Triton 32-yard line.
And that missed extra point opportunity from Iowa Western is setting up the perfect comeback, Hank, which I said right when it happened. Setting it up. So we need to start it, to even mention it, we need to score right here.
If you're saying the Tritons may win by 1 point, John, I'm going to start licking my chops. I'm hungry for it. Oh, my goodness. What a day. What a Sunday to be out here in Fort Dodge, Iowa.
Someone get Hank a napkin. You ready to go.
Love it, John. Love it. Once again, if you're just tuning in, this is Triton Nation. Hank Ambrose, John Gepner.
And no deep safety here, so on the left side.
Yeah, they got a very wide formation. Byron Jarrett, quarterback keeper, off of an RPO, going to be pickup of 10 yards, and he's going to fall forward for another 2.
Nice decision right there from Byron Jarrett.
Yeah. The way he was carrying it at first, it looked like it was a designed RPO, but kept it for himself. Nice play call there.
Yeah, that's what threw Iowa Western off right there, because they thought he was going to throw it, but he tucked it down and gained 10 yards.
Here we go now the other way. It's going to be a handoff up the gut for Bellamy. Seven and a half remaining here in quarter number 4. Byron Jarrett and the boys in blue will have a 2nd and 9. Ball marked down on the 46-yard line on the Triton side. They're working right to left on your video screen. Let's see what they can do here. Cal Wedeman in motion. Doubles on the left. It will be back to pass off of a play action. Byron Jarrett going long. We got a flag on the field. It was marked around the territory of Willis, and maybe will be a defensive pass interference. I really hope it's not against Willis.
Huge.
It could also be an offensive pass interference.
Yeah.
It was definitely on Willis, whether it went against him or for him.
And it's going to be on Iowa Western, it looks like.
Oh, baby.
Wow.
I love it. Number 10 on the defense, that is Jaheim Jenkins, freshman defensive back, 6'3", 180 pounds, out of Bainbridge, Georgia.
And that was just extremely big right there. And Tritons need to come up with 6 points right here, right now.
I'd rather give up 25 yards and a touchdown if I'm thinking about Iowa Western, but I'm rooting for the Tritons. 1st and 10. They are on the Iowa Western 45. He's going to have to fire it. Going long for the same receiver, Willis. Almost got another defensive pass interference.
I was about to say it was a late hit after the play out of bounds.
They're double teaming Willis. They know what the Tritons are trying to do. 6 minutes, 57 seconds to go here in the 4th quarter.
With a double team on Willis, wouldn't it be a bad idea to just sneak in a pass to Desmond Washington?
Well, look who's lined up wide open in the slot.
Yeah.
It's Willis. They're not playing man defense. It's all zone. Run a box route, and they will. They're going to send it over to Madison Ridgeway, who's going to have a pickup of about 3.
And a smart play by Ridgeway to get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Yeah, he just kind of had one of those short comeback routes.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're not getting the first down already, you have to get out of bounds to stop the clock.
6:51 remaining here. It's the matchup of the week in the NJCAA. Byron Jarrett stands alone, the Lone Ranger. Back to pass. He's looking long to the right. He will fire for a wide open Washington. Desmond Washington uses his arm to stiff arm a man, truck him over, and get him a CBL license because he's trucking away for another Triton first down.
And you got to get on the ball.
Wow.
Nice hands right there and throwing the shoulder in for Desmond Washington.
Brownie, did you hear him, John? He's getting loud and lit up there, our PA announcer for the football team. 1st down and 10, like John said, inside the 25, going to be a thrown ball to Madison Ridgeway. The Mad Dog is running forward, barely steps out of bounds.
Once again, big IQ right there by Ridgeway.
Step out of bounds before he's tackled. It's going to be a pickup of another first down.
And this is right here. This is the spot right here where the Tritons been struggling all day. 2 opportunities and 0 points in the goal line.
6
In the red
minutes,
zone.
20 seconds remaining here. The clock is still running despite Ridgeway stepping out of bounds. Okay, well, Byron Jarrett is going to fire. Incomplete pass. That will stop the clock. And you know what? Going against Willis, Michael Worth is going to be there on the coverage. He's going to pick up the ball from the chain gang.
And that's guaranteed coverage.
6 minutes, 13 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Byron Jarrett, the Lone Ranger. 4 wide receivers stacked out to the left. And a lone man over to the right. It's Desmond Washington. They will fire a screen to Jordan Cum. Is he wide open? Will he get into the end zone? He works his way forward. They can get a first down. It's going to be a pickup of maybe 9. Flag on the play.
I thought he was going to sneak in on that jailbreak screen right there.
I did too. I saw you stand up about your seat.
Yeah. It was like play out the longest yard on the screen. I thought he, sneaky little Jordan almost had him a touchdown right there. I thought he was going to get him.
Oh. Here comes a 2nd and 20 now.
And that one stings a little bit.
2nd and 20. The execution inside the 10-yard line for the Tritons today has been poor. Second and 20. The Lone Ranger once again will stand alone. Byron Jarrett trips out to the left.
5 wide set here for the Tritons.
Back to pass. He's looking to the right. He will fire for Washington. Oh, you're going to drop that. Oh. Big drop by Desmond Washington. Did it just go through his hands, John?
Yeah, but right there he was just thinking about running before he caught it. That's exactly. I've been there before, and he saw it was a one man. He just lost a little focus.
5:43 left on the clock. We are in the fourth quarter. If you just joined the broadcast, welcome. Here comes a 3rd down and 20. Going to have to get to the Iowa Western 2-yard line to pick up the first down. Might as well punch it in for 6 if you're going to get that close. Throwing it over to Washington. He will work upfield, trucking forward, pickup of maybe 10.
And right here,
got to go for it.
I don't even know what to call this play right here because I've been using the line huge, big all day, but this play right here is enormous.
Yeah. 4th down and 9. 5:20 left on the clock, and it's still running. The Tritons have 2 timeouts, along with Iowa Western having 2 timeouts. I see trips, and I see doubles.
Maybe look for Jordan Cam, a little slant route in the middle.
Byron Jarrett. Like you said, Cum is lined up in the slot, going to try to draw a man off sides. Here's the play of the game to Washington. Did he catch it? Throw a flag. Come on, for the sake of the Tritons. Oh, no. We were asking for it.
Just off the long hands. There's no Washington right there.
Great defense by Iowa Western. 4 minutes, 55 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter as Iowa Western will take over on their own 20-yard line.
And the officials might be talking it over right here, Hank.
Official timeout. Don't get my hopes up now. This is a huge game. You can't be playing with my emotions like that. Not only a huge game for the ICAC conference, but for the NJCAA. Oh my goodness.
A lot of contact on it. That's what I would say.
Was a lot of contact. They're going to talk it over if the defender played the ball. I'm going to say he didn't. I don't think he did. Head officials are talking it over here. We're going to stick with you to get the official call. Haven't heard anything yet. Maybe we'll give it back to the Tritons. We're still waiting. It's looking like it's going to be a no.
Yep, they're going to let them slide with that unnecessary roughness.
Suck the life right out of the Tritons. Pistol formation for Nate Glantz and the guys in white and black. They will hand off to Sarborough. It'll be a big-time tackle that time by C.J. Christian, who recently got an interception in the red zone. 2nd down and 8 for Iowa Western. 4:40 left on the game clock.
Yep, C.J. Christian flying in from the free safety position. And as a free safety, you gotta be a strong tackler. That was a good play by him.
Here we go now. Shotgun formation, motion a man. Sarborough off to the left rather than the light. Here we go now. It's going to be a designed handoff, and he will get blown up after picking up maybe 4. Yep. Here comes a 3rd down and 3. It is on the 25-yard line for Iowa Western. 3 minutes, 54 seconds to go here. Quarter number 4. Huge 3rd down. Don't count us out of it, John. Got a whole lot left of us in here.
Don't worry.
The fans are still in attendance in Dodger Stadium. Rooting for the Tritons. Back to pass, looking for a swing pass, and he is wide open. He's going to have enough for a 1st down, and that will move the chains. Michael Love there on the reception. He scored the first touchdown on the day for Iowa Western, and he will maybe close it out for the Reavers. .325 left on the clock, and the clock is still running here. As they are close to the 30-yard line. Iowa Western, they got Sarborough and Nate Glantz back there. Doubles out to the strong side. Tight end alone onto the far left. It'll be a handoff. Sarborough, and he's going to break free. He's wide open. He's got the touchdown ahead of him. CJ Christian has speed. Let's see if he can get him. No. It will be a 70-yard rushing touchdown for number 21, Milton Sardbaugh.
Yeah, Milton Sardbaugh right there. Just puts the game away with a nice little read up the middle on an inside draw. And Sardbaugh, who I've been saying all game, very quick dude, slipping to the house for a 60-yard run.
The motions, my heart has been ripped right out of me. 35-16 before PAT. As they're going to line up to kick it. Just a crusher here in Fort Dodge, Iowa. The Tritons, we can't say they didn't have an opportunity. They had plenty of opportunities to come back into this one and take the lead. They did have the lead to begin this game. They were up 3-0 in the first quarter. It is now since gone 36-16. Iowa Western is on top. If you just tuned into the broadcast, welcome. You're listening to Hank Ambrose and John Gepner. And Nate Glantz looking like he's going to be 3-0 on his career against Iowa Central. The 2-year starting quarterback, multiple-time ICAC Player of the Week and Player of the Month, looking like he's going to get a victory here in Fort Dodge, Iowa, once again.
Unless we get a Buffalo Bills miracle or Minnesota miracle, whatever they called it.
Music City Miracle.
Yeah.
Miracle in the Meadowlands.
Yep.
Iowa Western band is getting loud. They traveled all the way to Council Bluffs, Iowa to get the victory, and you know, it's looking more and more like that's what they're going to come out with. Need to score 3 touchdowns in 3 minutes. Anything is possible, but here comes the kick. They will kick it back deep. Fielded by Anik McKenzie. We've been waiting for him to get a second return. He will get it right here. He will get to the 30 after a pickup of 20 yards after he brought it down. Got some extracurricular going around the 50-yard line.
And you know how it goes. End of the game situation.
The motions are high here in Fort Dodge, Iowa. 2 minutes, 49 seconds remaining as Iowa Central Tritons will take over on their own 30-yard line. We got a whole lot of game to cover left here. 2:49 left, and we'll also have the post-game report. Talk some more Triton football later today, and if you missed any of the action, check out 881 The Point at 6 p.m. as we will have Moments with Montalto. As I will host that one, Hank Ambrose, going to bring it to you. Here we go. Gonna hit Willis.
If I was on the coaching staff, I would go with the old-fashioned hook and ladder.
Yeah.
Surprised the heck out of Iowa Western.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. They will be on the Triton 34-yard line. 2.5 minutes to go here. Iowa Western is celebrating early. Some of them are already leaving the stands to get to their car to drive back home. Trips off to the right. The Tritons are looking long. They will fire for Washington. He's got wide open field in front of him. A linebacker going to try to tackle him. He's going to stay in. Oh, one tackler away from breaking free. He will be shoved out of bounds at 2 minutes and 12 seconds remaining here for a pickup of 25.
We're on the far sideline, so I thought the one little, when he put his shoulder in at the end, I thought he was gone. I didn't see him run out of bounds. I thought it was about to be a touchdown for 6.
I didn't see it earlier, or I didn't see that either. Trips out to the left. Doubles on the strong side. Byron Jarrett will look to the strong side, and he will fire for Washington. Back-to-back. He will back-to-back break 2 tackles. 3. Tongue twister.
Almost 4. Tough tackle.
Put the team on your back. With 1 minute and 50 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter, the Tritons are just digging away for stats. Oh, 1 minute and 50 seconds remaining here for Triton Nation.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that.
Byron Jarrett is back there. Trips to the weak side. We got 2 men on the strong. Jordan Cum and Desmond Washington fire on a curl route to Washington. Pass will be broken up that time.
Dangerous
by number 15. It was Latrez Shelton, the defensive back, freshman, 6'1", out of St. Louis, Missouri. Bringing it down. 36-16, Iowa Western's on top. They are ranked number 4. They are going to move up in the rankings in the NJCAA. Iowa Central came into this one ranked number 8. You're going to have to stick around heading into this week to see where both teams ends up. As you know, the NJCAA moved to NCAA format. When talking playoffs, the top 4 teams for football will have a little playoff competition, a 2-round to determine the NJCAA champion. Jordan Cum over the middle on a crossing route, going to pick up enough for a first down and nearly 5 more.
Playoffs? No.
Talking playoffs, we've got a lot of football left. This is just week 4, for the Iowa Central Tritons, week 3 for Iowa Western. Byron Jarrett now we're looking at trips out to the strong side and doubles on the weak. Back to pass, we're looking over the middle. We will fire for Willis, and he will drop it. Incomplete pass. The time will stop with 1 minute and 22 seconds remaining here. And we're in the territory we've been terrible at all game long.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a focus point in practice this whole next week when they watch the film. And because if you think about it, the Tritons really had a chance to really win this football game, Hank. Just a couple things just didn't go their way, and just poor red zone execution. And for a young team, that's going to be tough in the early, like week 4. Couple weeks, I bet they're going to be pros down in the red zone. Just watch.
Byron Jarrett. He's going to aim for the end zone. He will fire to Madison Ridgeway, who's going to get enough for a first down and close to the end zone. It'll be a first down and goal, I believe. If not, very close. Oh, they're going to cut him short. It'll be a 3rd down and about a yard. 3rd down and a yard as they're inside the 10-yard line. Tell you what, folks, next week, Tritons face up against Air Force Prep. Home. The only home game in all of October. That'll be on October 2nd at 1 p.m. Byron Jarrett back to pass. He's going to step up, and he's going to most likely be sacked. No, he's going to stay on his feet. He's going to avoid pressure, and he will be sacked down eventually. Loss of 15 yards.
Byron Jarrett almost just won 2015. Johnny Manziel right there with a lot of heart to not go down easily, and definitely made the Iowa Western defensive front work for that sack.
Well, you got to be an athlete to be able to bring him down. 6'4", 250 for Byron Jarrett. It'll be a 4th down and 18 as the Tritons will be on their own 24-yard line. Iowa Central are going to burn their second timeout. They will have 1 remaining. Iowa Western will also have 2 remaining in the final quarter of play. 1 minute and 6 seconds remaining here. It's not looking good for the Tritons, John.
Yeah, unfortunately, Hank, the Tritons ain't gonna win this one, but sometimes how you can learn the testament from a team is from a loss. So you always want to win the game, but you learn more things in the loss than the win, Hank.
I'd rather lose earlier on in the season. You still have a shot at making the playoffs, and you will get a comeback once again against Iowa Western.
Yeah, they're gonna have an opportunity
In Council Bluffs. It's going to be a good one.
And the Tritons realized that they were hanging in with them the whole game. Just got to tighten the screws up a little bit. They're going to see that.
You're going to have to look out for that matchup. Iowa Central going to come more prepared. They're going to be at Iowa Western October 30th at 2:30 p.m.
That's going to be definitely a marquee matchup, big-time game. A lot of people are going to be tuning in for that one.
Let's see what the Tritons come out in. 4th down and very long. 4th down and 18 on the 24-yard line. Doubles on the left, and we got trips out to the right. Empty backfield, 5 wide receiver set for the Tritons. Back to pass, he's looking for the end zone, stepping up in the pocket. He may keep it for himself. He has open room for it. Here comes the pass to Washington. Oh my goodness. Desmond Washington does it twice. Touchdown, Iowa Central Tritons. A 24-yard reception for Desmond Washington.
Fool me once, fool me twice. Desmond Washington back-to-back, 96-97. Just put it on that man's head again. What a play by Desmond Washington.
I'm going to be even more heartbroken if he's not leading the NJCAA in receiving touchdowns after this week. He was tied for 2nd place to head into this one. He's got 2 receiving touchdowns on the day for the Iowa Central Tritons, and here comes Swigman to kick the PAT.
With that range of catch that Desmond Washington has, I wouldn't be surprised he's the number 1 touchdown receiving player in the nation. No doubt.
Yep, that's 6 on the season so far, as we will be through 4 games for the Tritons after this one. 22-36 is your score here. I think it's actually 23, isn't it, John? The PAT was good.
Yep, someone in doing the scorekeeping for Iowa Central texting somebody right now.
It actually should be 23-36. The PAT was good. A minute and a second remaining here in the final quarter of play. A lot of Triton spirit out there on the Triton side. The cheerleaders are flipping around. They're still excited to play football on a Sunday. It's been a great game so far. It's going to end in favor of Iowa Western more than likely. Never call it out short, but Iowa Central would need 2 onside recoveries and 2 touchdowns to tie the game.
Stranger things have happened.
Yes, stranger things have happened.
See, in rugby, this type of onside kick pretty much happens every play. But all us do is go 10 yards and try to get the ball. But in football, it only happens at the late game situations.
I have nothing but respect for Iowa Western. They brought the heat today. They came prepared, and they brought down the hammer against Iowa Central.
But if Swingman can get a little chip and a little good bounce, and the special teams on the left side for Iowa Central smack somebody, we do have a chance of recovering this football. It's all coming down right here. There's a little bounce.
Yards, a bounce in it. I don't know. It's going to be close. It's a dog pile on the ball. Didn't get a good read on who jumped on it first.
There's a fight.
Yeah, Iowa Western and Iowa Central are fighting for it. Make it interesting. Give it to the Tritons. Come on. Who jumped on it?
Kick was recovered by Iowa Western. 1st and 10, Iowa Western.
Brownie. He's going to break my heart. He's going to say the kick is recovered by Iowa Western. It'll be a 1st and 10 on the Iowa Central 45-yard line.
That right there, Hank, that's the nail in the coffin.
Yep. You just got to come out here. And Iowa Central, you know, you lost this one. You also just have 1 timeout remaining. That needs to be fixed on the clock as well. 23-36 is your score.
Obviously, the scorekeeper wasn't there for the speech. I played the whistle to the clock runs out. You know, he's running the clock.
A minute and a second remain here. Shotgun formation, you can just run it out if you're Iowa Western. And that's exactly what they'll do. It'll be a handoff to it'll be a handoff to number 7, Moses Bryant. be a gain of nothing by the notion of the linesman. And we're ticking away here. 37 seconds, 36. The clock is still running. You just have to run one more play here. Nate Lance will snap it, and he will knee it. He will get his third win in his career as an Iowa Western starting quarterback against the Iowa Central Tritons. They're going to move up in the rankings. Iowa Central will move down.
Yep, just tough breaks for Iowa Central. Not good execution. Tritons had a chance to win this ball game, Hank. And like I said from early in the game, it's all about execution and capitalizing mistakes. And Iowa Western just did that better.
Well, I'll tell you what. Oh, go ahead.
No, all you.
Well, I was just going to say, let's cover the score of the game so far. The final score is going to be 36-23. Iowa Western will take the victory. Number 4 will get the best of number 8 today. And let's see exactly how we got here. We started off with the Iowa Central Tritons. They had to punt in their first drive, and then the very next drive for Iowa Western, Major Williams got a big-time interception when Iowa Western was approaching the 40-yard line on the Triton side. So Iowa Central got it right back, and we got a field goal inside the 5-yard line. That's been the story of the day, if you would say so for yourself as well, John. Iowa Central has not been able to convert inside the 10-yard line, inside the 5-yard line all day long. I believe they went 0 for 4, but only had 3 points out of it when they were in there. They had a total of 10 points when it came to inside the red zone on 5 total drives. Desmond Washington did have a huge drive when they were in the red zone. That was the most recent drive, but we'll get there in just a second. After that, we had Michael Love, brother of Julian Love, on Notre Dame, had an 18-yard receiving touchdown for Iowa Western, the first touchdown overall today. Following that, we saw 3 punts in a row for Iowa Central. In that meantime, a 10-yard rushing touchdown by Bryant Moses. Following that, a 50-yard receiving touchdown by Toki to open up the second quarter that left Iowa Central shocked. That was the second time on the first play of the second quarter that Iowa Central has let up a 50-yard bomb. After that, we saw a 35 receiving touchdown as Desmond Washington absolutely mossed Iowa Western for the first time today. And then to end off the first half, Colin Swigman missed a 25-yard field goal try. To start off the second half, the Tritons brought a little extra heat. It looked like it was going good for them. Nate Lance, though, started the second half with a 28-yard rushing touchdown. Following that, Iowa Central Tritons got an interception to go against them. Legend Goggett got there for the interception, and then it was a fight for the ball. C.J. Christian eventually got an interception as well, so it went back to the Tritons. The Tritons had it. Madison Ridgeway and the boys drove down the field, but it just took them one play, a 65-yard bomb for Madison Ridgeway, to put the score to a 2-possession game. 13 points making the difference between the both of them. And then after that, the Tritons got the ball back, and Jacob Ellis, the middle linebacker for Iowa Western, came away with probably the game-deciding interception inside the 5-yard line. That's where Iowa Western took over. They eventually had to punt it back to Iowa Central, and then it was a turnover on downs inside the Iowa Western 25-yard line. To end it off, we saw a 24-yard receiving touchdown for Desmond Washington, along with a 70-yard Milton Sarbaugh rushing touchdown. That's what brought the score 36-23. That'll wrap it up in Dodger Stadium today. I'd like to thank everyone a part of the broadcast. I'd like to thank the cameraman. Link up there on camera number 1. We also had Max on camera number 2. Owen and Kyle were both on camera number 3. We also had some great producers today. We had Rusty McNeil, program coordinator. Along with that, we also had Kyle and Nate back there producing the game, producing the instant replays for us as well. This is the second home game of the season for the Iowa Central Tritons. John, I'd like to thank you for joining me on the broadcast.
It was an absolute pleasure, Hank. It was an absolute pleasure.
For joining me for the rest of the season as well. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in to the NJCAA matchup of the week between the Iowa Central Tritons and Iowa Western Reavers. Reavers going to come away with the victory today, 36-23. For more Triton sports action and for the coverage of the game, tune in to 881 The Point as I sit down with Coach Montalto as we go over Montalto moments there on 881 The Point at 6 p.m. and much more Triton Talk sports here. As we'll have more Triton Talk here on Triton Nation YouTube channel. Otherwise, I have been Hank Ambrose, and I will be signing out.